of us energy hogs. So you promise not to log on to energyhog.org, and I promise not to eat your radio.
When you think San Antonio sports, think 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Your home for the Cowboys. KTFM Floresville and SASportsStar.com. San Antonio's Sports Center.
We have NFL football tonight. The preseason begins in the NFL. Houston, they will welcome in the LA Chargers to Reliance Stadium. 7 o'clock kickoff, a game that's going to be televised, by the way, on News 4 San Antonio. Also in action tonight at 6 o'clock, Lions and Bengals, Packers and Steelers. 6:30, it's the Colts and Patriots. Cardinals and Raiders play at 7. Titans, 49ers, set for an 8 o'clock kickoff.
Sports Center brought to you by SAPDcareers.com. The San Antonio Police Department is always hiring.
From the studios of San Antonio's Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Blitz. 2 decades on the radio, Jason Minix. 2 decades on TV, Joe Reinagel. 2 San Antonio sports voices you've trusted for years. This is The Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Here we go. Feels like deja vu with a lot of the stories we're going to cover today, but what are you going to do?
Here we go.
It is a Thursday here on The Blitz.
Here we got him.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagel. He's Jason Minix, and what goes around keeps coming around. Apparently, when it comes to the Spurs Arena and that kind of stuff, we're going to dive deep into that today because, well, there's new developments, kind of.
The mayor.
You see, he's...
First comment of the day, not from Joe Reinagel on our YouTube page. You can get to through SASportsStar.com. And I hadn't seen this. Somebody fact check it, but Bill wouldn't lie. Someone told the mayor that Delta just announced nonstop flights from Paris to Austin. Wemby factor? I mean, we can't get nonstop flights to Los Angeles, which is why we got stuck in Denver for 7 hours on Saturday.
Isn't that the truth?
I mean, there was one at 7 a.m., but who's taking that?
Well, nobody, especially when you have to drive an hour and a half from Oxnard to L.A. and traffic. You never know what's going to happen. I'm not getting up at 3 o'clock in the morning. It goes back to there's a lot of other business in San Antonio to take care of other than trying to get a new vote on a Spurs Arena.
Now, we will talk a lot about what's going on, and I will say that District 2's Jalen McKee Rodriguez, from his bed, put out a video. What are you laughing at?
He was. Nice wife beater, too. I mean, geez.
I mean, you talk about an in-bed reporter.
My goodness.
He was literally in bed. I'm glad he takes city business so seriously that he couldn't get out of bed, put on a shirt, and give you a video that is showing the respect that this topic should get. But he does lay out why he is siding with the mayor in this vote coming up on Monday and why he is going to vote for having another vote. Again, though, dude, hard to take you serious when you're laying in bed. But he does lay out some interesting points that I can still disagree with, but Jalen McKee Rodriguez from his bed in a 4-minute video at least explained his why, far more than anything that we have heard from the mayor in all of her damn listening sessions. Again, you can disagree with it, but I want to know the why. He at least explains his why, so I give him credit for that. But again, dude, hard to take you serious when you're laying in bed.
Well, and it's a lot of it is the same talking points that the mayor's laying out. He just says it, I guess, in a little bit better way. I don't know. Again, the entire issue is the vote's already happened.
Yep.
If you want to get this stuff out and you think it will make a difference, maybe you should have done this presentation and this in-bed report before the election, because it's not going to change anything when it comes to Monday's meeting. Unless something catastrophic happens between now and then, it's just not going anywhere. So, again, this big push to get a new vote and this so-called new information, and
there's nothing new.
It just
there's in what Joe and I have done today. We spent, I don't know, we went through the term sheet It's available. You can find it on the San Antonio's city website.
Yeah.
You Google it. It pops right up. And we went through the term sheet. About 15 minutes to read through all of it. Because I do remember the mayor saying not long ago that they only had about 96 hours to go through the term sheet before they agreed to it. I don't know. We went through it in about 15 minutes. Now, if there was any debate or anything, I mean, they had seemingly plenty of time to say, well, what about this or what about that? But it doesn't take that long to go through the term sheet. And when I went through and when we were going through the term sheet, there are some things in there that maybe I didn't catch the first time around or maybe fully understand the first time around that makes me say today, this is even a better deal for the city of San Antonio because the Spurs are going to be spending a lot more money, according to the term sheet, than what we keep talking about. Little key words in the term sheet, because we keep saying they're putting in $500 million. The term sheet says a minimum of $500 million, plus all the cost overruns. Their rent on the building is not $4 million a year for the 30-year lease. It's $4 million a year, year one, and a 2% increase each year after. So after 12 years, they have spent over $50 million in rent. They're also responsible for all the maintenance and upkeep of the arena, which is projected at about $25 million annually, according to the term sheet.
Yeah, try renting a house and have you taking care of all the maintenance instead of the landlord. The mayor's in a pickle. All right, that's what the problem is. She's dealing with a deficit, and she's trying desperately to make the Spurs pay for this thing. Now, look, this is not even – I'm not even taking up for this because it's the Spurs. I want the Spurs to have a new arena. I think it's necessary. I think it's good for this city. However, having said that, it's about a business. It's about expanding and improving the downtown area. And I just – for the life of me, don't understand how anybody could vote no on this. The vote has happened. How can you say – I don't care if it's 50,000 or one. It doesn't matter. The one, if you win by a vote, you win. It's it. The vote is over. So it doesn't make any difference. The San Antonio Current and Michael Carlos keep bringing up this bond issue. Just let me explain this to you, because I went back and we researched that as well. The bond that's coming up, the bond election, is not just for the arena. Some of it is, but there are 20 other projects in this town that money's going to go to. And
we were told that from the get-go. That was a part of the original discussion before we voted on Prop A and B, that, yes, there will be some bonds down the road, but they are citywide, not just specific to this project. But they have to come in certain steps, which is why it wasn't all done at the same time.
Well, so anyway, we're going to dive into it. We'll let you hear from the District 2 councilman and exactly what he had to say, because we're going to be fair on this. And and we've tried to get Gina Ortiz-Jones on this airways, and she has refused multiple times. So we've got some audio from a person who is in favor of a new vote. We'll play it. We'll let you hear it. We're not here to hide anything. And we want you to hear that, and then we'll debate that and go from there. Also, the Chamber of Commerce has sent out a letter saying this vote's already happened. Let's move on and deal with it. So a lot to talk about it. And again, we welcome your comments as well. Many ways to do that. Our San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page. You subscribe while you're there. You can also comment. You can go to sasportstar.com. Easy way to get to our YouTube page there. You can also give us a call at 656-3776. 656-ESPN. You can get Minix on Twitter, at Jason Minix. I'm at Joe Reinagle 210. Plenty of ways to make your voice heard.
Do it.
Can we talk a little football first, though?
Yes.
Can we please do that?
I mean, we could talk football. We could talk even some drama in football over the number 5 at LSU.
Oh, my gosh.
What?
Well, he has sent out I just saw this on Twitter.
Yeah, he's like, dude, that's my team. This should be private. What are we doing here? Because Jaden Daniels looks like a like a child.
Like a complete 5-year-old.
Like a child.
Yeah.
Number 5 is there. It really is unfortunate that this was made public. It's unfortunate that somebody feels disrespected because somebody else got your number, which isn't retired, by the way. Now, I don't know what it's like to be a member of the Heisman Club, but I don't think you're guaranteed jersey retirement because of that.
No,
although
you're not.
Shedeur Sanders can have his jersey retired, I understand why Jaden Daniels would feel disrespected by LSU.
Well, Jaden Daniels' daddy doesn't work at Colorado, so
good point.
That's
good
the problem.
Point.
So the other thing that, and I'm looking at it right here, the Spurs regular season schedule has been released.
Yeah,
and here it is.
You gonna go game by game? Good Lord!
No,
I'll go get a drink.
Well, yeah, that could be the entire show. No, but
we'll go win-loss.
We'll go through some games, maybe, perhaps, later. You've already heard the most important ones. They open up against Oklahoma City. They're going to play at first game in Austin against Houston 2 days later. So a lot to go into, and I'm not sure that there's anything there that is earth-shattering, but we may talk about that some.
The October 23rd game now has a little bit more meaning behind it because that's one that's going to be in Austin. Home game number 2 is in Austin. But Spurs are trying to network there because, well, Formula One, that's F1 weekend in Austin. That global event happening, a chance for the Spurs to really expand their brand. Plus, Texas is playing Ole Miss that weekend. So, and, you know, they're going to be going head-to-head against a Maroon 5 concert and Post Malone the next night. But I think they just want to be in Austin for F1 because all those rich dudes that own businesses that, you know, can go watch Wemby play in person.
Perhaps that's the case. I don't know, but they're going to be there. So there you go. Lots to talk about when it comes to the Spurs, when it comes to the arena debate. We'll get into all of that. But first, Cowboys got back to work today, and some interesting stuff coming from Stephen Jones, who's very happy. Also, Shotty had his press conference today, and then there is the Jaden Daniels thing we'll get into as well. Lots to do today. Glad you're with us right here on The Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Fall Golf Classic is coming to the Silverhorn Golf Club Monday, September 21st. Registration opens Monday at sasportstar.com. The first 20 who register on Monday, August 17th, receives a free Yingling golf towel. Mark your calendar for Monday, August 17th, and be the first to register for the 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Fall Golf Classic. See you there.
Onyx, I keep having stomach issues. Please make me a doctor's appointment.
Okay. Are you suffering from diarrhea, bloating, gas, or oily stools? If so, you may want to ask your doctor if it could actually be a problem with your pancreas, called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI.
My pancreas? How is EPI treated?
A prescription medicine like Creon, pancrelipase, is used to treat people who can't digest food normally because their pancreas doesn't make enough enzymes. Creon is the #1 prescribed treatment for EPI.
Creon may increase your chance of fibrosing colonopathy, a rare bowel disorder. Tell your doctor if you have a history of intestinal blockage or scarring or thickening of your bowel wall, if you are allergic to pork, or if you have gout, kidney problems, or worsening of painful swollen joints. Call your doctor if you have any unusual or severe gastrointestinal symptoms or allergic reactions. Take Creon as directed by your doctor, and always with food. Do not chew capsules, as this may cause mouth irritation. Other side effects may include blood sugar changes, gas, dizziness, sore throat, and cough. These are not all the side effects of Creon. You can learn more at 1-800-633-9110.
Before your appointment, visit creoninfo.com. That's CREON info.com.
Life is meant to be lived in motion, in the moment, on the go. If a sports injury or chronic pain threatens to slow you down, hold you back, or take you out of the game, Christus Health is here, right where you live, with complete personalized orthopedic care. Because you have a lot of games to play, miles to go, and life to live. Christus Health, your life, our purpose. Find care near you at christushealth.org.
At Davis Law Firm, we know that after a serious accident, every second counts. When you call the Fours, we can connect you with medical care immediately, and we'll start fighting for the cash recovery you deserve right away. Our team of experienced attorneys is ready to help 24/7, and there's no fee unless we win. Call Davis Law Firm at 444-4444. San Antonio, Austin, Corpus Christi, Laredo, RGV, Permian Basin. Attorney consultation by appointment only.
If you or someone you love is struggling with alcohol or drug use, you do not have to carry it alone. I'm Peter McCarthy of the San Antonio Council on Alcohol and Drug Awareness, known as CICADA. We help people take the next step with compassion, privacy, and no judgment. You do not need all the answers, just a safe place to start. And 90% of our services are provided at no cost. Call CICADA at 210-225-4741. That's 210-225-4741. Or visit cicada.org.
Move over, Chips. There's a new crunchier MVP in the snack aisle. Enter pork rinds. Southern recipe pork rinds are low-carb, gluten-free, and packed with protein to keep you going. And the flavors, big, bold, crunchy. From sweet barbecue to hot honey, every bite brings that flavor-packed crunch you crave. Grab your favorites today at H-E-B or online at porkrinds.com. Southern recipe pork rinds are your snack time, crunch time hero.
I love days like these at the pool, but my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis can sometimes take me out of the moment. I'm ready to make a splash with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi, risankizumab Riza. Skyrizi is a prescription-only injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. At 4 months, most people saw 90% clearer skin when measured from head to toe, and many were even 100% plaque-free. People also saw significant improvement in psoriasis symptoms of pain, redness, itching, and burning.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Now there's nothing on my skin, thanks to Skyrizi, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist-prescribed biologic in psoriasis. Visit skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKY-RIZI to learn more.
Pump up the volume.
Business moves fast. Orders roll in, deadlines close in. When you ship with USPS Ground Advantage, you can keep up with confidence. Every package stays in our secure network from dock to door. And with nationwide reach, dependable tracking, and upfront affordable pricing, you get built-in peace of mind. You run the business. We run the routes. Visit USPS.com/Ground Advantage to learn more.
This is Rob Thompson, and you're listening to the home of the Texas Rangers, 94.1, San Antonio's Sports Star.
Back here on the Blitz, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. The bump-in music, man. Pledge has got an imagination over there.
What do you mean?
Very wide variety of musical taste.
Well, I mean, sure.
Good stuff, Pledge.
Don't lie to him.
It's
You have
good
no
stuff.
idea.
No, it's great. I don't know who it is, but it's a catchy tune.
Uh-huh.
Not bad. I'm Joe. He's Jason. That's a catchy tune.
We get football tonight.
We do.
We get football tonight.
Are you excited?
Sure. We get football tonight.
Now,
I mean,
if you look at our homepage on our YouTube, it appears that Justin Herbert and C.J. Stroud are playing. Are they?
No.
Oh.
But you know it's a game day. I mean, James Pledger has his Texan shirt on. He's got Texans shorts on. I don't know what his underwear looks like, but I can guess. And even has Texans socks
Would he be
on
a
today.
fan of the Cleveland Browns?
Or your child. No, he's got a bowl on the front.
Okay.
Would be my guess.
Mess with the bull, you get the horn.
Uh-huh. Yeah. The one horn.
Yeah, he's a unicorn.
Uh-huh. Oh, my goodness.
Why do you automatically go brown stains?
Well, I mean,
I heard that promo from our
Jeez.
flight from L.A., you talking about farts, and, you just get so disgusted about that.
Dude.
But you're obsessed with it.
Oh, who shouldn't get upset? When I'm sitting in an airplane, flying through the air, and all of a sudden, something just goes, bam! It hits me right in the face. And it's like, holy cow. Who the hell does that?
It's probably you.
No, it was not me.
Whoever smelt it, dealt it.
It wasn't me. Oh, I promise you, everybody smelled it. There's nobody in that vicinity that didn't smell it.
This is true. I knew it was coming because of Joe's reaction. Because I was like, oh, no, somebody farted.
Oh,
just because I know you so well. Your reaction, I could hear you. We were in different rows, and, yep, a couple seconds later, I was like, oh, God.
No, I wanted to make sure that it's like...
You embarrassed the hell out of whoever let one slip.
It's like, jeez. Who did that? I mean, and sincerely, sitting there covering my face with my hand. It was awful. And it lingered. Just kind of floated like a fog. A dark cloud.
You know, probably shouldn't tell this story, but what the hell? I was at home last night, sitting in my chair. My dog is sitting with me. I farted, and the dog got up and left.
I don't blame the dog. Are you kidding me? That's awful. I'm surprised your wife didn't leave.
Yeah, I mean, she was sitting on the couch, but I mean, I've never seen the dog get up and leave before.
Well, I don't blame the poor dog. That's awful. Cowboys got back to it.
It was bad, though.
Well, I'm sure it was.
Yeah.
Dude, I have no doubt. I walked into a bathroom after you've been in there. It was awful.
I mean, it's not like yours smelled like roses after, when you share a bathroom with a dude for a week.
That's awful.
Yeah, it's brutal.
It really is.
You need to tell corporate 2 bathrooms next time.
Yeah, please. I don't know.
2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, and air conditioning. I mean, we're not divas or anything, but we do have requirements.
We do. I mean, come on. The main one is 2 bedrooms. Not sharing. A room.
Yes.
I'm too old to camp out.
Yeah.
Have sleepovers.
But 2 bathrooms is a priority. Well, the Cowboys don't play in the preseason tonight. They wait until Saturday night to take on the Seattle Seahawks. 7 o'clock, a game you can listen to here on your home of the Dallas Cowboys, 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. And it's the first of 3 preseason games. And one of the things that Brian Schottenheimer did say today, and I can't say that this is much of a surprise because he did say earlier in training camp, starters aren't going to play in the preseason for the most part.
Right.
But he did say today, those rookies, hey, Caleb Downs, get ready. You're suiting up on Saturday.
We're still working through the rotations, who's going to play. I think at some point they'll both play a little bit of football. But we're working through that now and, get through today's practice and have a few more, meetings to finalize it. But I would expect you'll probably see both of them play a little bit.
Which is a smart decision. You got to keep in mind as much hype as especially Caleb Downs has coming in. He's got to play some football. On the next level. Now, granted, it's not necessarily the next level, so to speak, depending on who's playing and who's not. But it is NFL football, and they should get a run.
When you look at it, I mean, it's weird. Although we did have him on the Blitz, and extremely nice young kid.
Yeah.
But Malachi Lawrence gets no love for being a first-round guy, right? But he is one that I wouldn't even have debated. Are you going to play in the preseason? Although when we asked him, he was like, yeah, I'm not sure. Probably get a couple of snaps. You think about all the attention is on Caleb Downs, understandably. But Malachi was a first-round pick. But because of all the people they brought in and playing the linebacker position, but, yeah, that dude needs to play at the next level. He definitely needs to play. I'm surprised there is that much of a question. Now, you go back to the buckets that Schottenheimer puts all these players in, A, which they're not playing any, your B+, your B-, and your C. I don't think Lawrence is probably going to be in the B- bucket, but he definitely needs to be in the B, 10 to 15 snaps, maybe even B-, certainly not the A. And I think Caleb Downs is kind of the same way, especially depending on how Christian Parker works things, because a lot of dudes have been out there with the green dot, taking turns with that green dot. And I would like to think that Christian Parker would green dot Caleb Downs some in the preseason, just in case it was ever necessary during the regular season. He's got some reps in a game in a loud stadium like Seattle, or as loud as a preseason game is going to be. But this is great practice, more so than what you can get in Oxnard for Caleb Downs.
Yeah, because I think at this point in time, it's Overshown's job. He's going to be the green dot.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any question about that. He's not going to play, obviously. So I agree. Why not do that and see how he responds to that? But I I think it's a good move to have these guys play, some at least, to get out there, get their feet wet in an NFL stadium, NFL football game, even though it's not NFL football necessarily. But it's not.
It is NFL football.
Dude, please.
It is NFL football.
Well, technically it is, yes.
But what do you mean technically?
Because if this is not the starters for the Seattle Seahawks that will be out there.
Sure.
Nor is it the starters for the Dallas Cowboys that will be out there, with the exception of Caleb Downs. He may be the only one. But I'm just saying. So to that respect, you're playing 2s and 3s, basically. And so it's not the same. And Caleb Downs will have to feel that in week 1 against the New York Giants, when it will be real football and there will be the number ones out there. And so it will be different for him even in week 1 of the regular season than it is Saturday night. So, but still, he needs to get a little run.
He does. Now, one of the things that will be decided in the preseason is who's going to be QB2. Because my thought is it's ultimately going to be Sam Howell, although I do expect to see more Joe Milton in the preseason because this is where he is going to get a chance to develop.
Yeah, I think it's been a very highly competitive contest. I think, Joe's, talent and ability to throw the football and athleticism jumps off the practice field when you see it. I think Sam's doing a great job of moving the team. But at the end of the day, the preseason games, they're going to play really the entire preseason, and that's where the bulk of the evaluation will be. But I would say it's a very good back and forth.
Has he said who's going to start that game Saturday night?
I have not seen.
I haven't seen that either.
There's oars all over the place.
I would assume that they'll both start at least one.
Yep.
If Milton starts Saturday night, I would assume Sam Howell will start week 2 of the preseason. And I'm just guessing on that, but that kind of makes sense to me to see what you've got and who you've got and all of that. I don't know why. I may be one of the only guys who is interested in that quarterback battle. I want to see who wins that thing. Again, I realize if Dak Prescott goes down, it doesn't make any difference, but I'd like to see who wins that thing. And I don't know. I'm curious.
Well, and one of the other things that is interesting, it's been forever since the Spurs won since the Cowboys won their preseason opener. Sorry, I'm reading about the Spurs. And it doesn't matter if you win your preseason opener, but you and I talked about it all last week in Oxnard. There is a different feel with this Dallas Cowboys team. There is a confidence level. And as Stephen Jones says, mentality-wise, there is a swagger about this group that wasn't around the last couple of years.
Confidence, the swagger, the communication, you feel it out there on the defensive side of the ball. And I know this time last year, when we were scrimmaging against the Rams, it was a tough outing. We were chalking it up to, a new staff and learning the system. But certainly we got a new staff and we're learning the system, but doing a hell of a job of going out there and competing against, some really good football players. And it wasn't like those guys weren't playing. I mean, they had Stafford out. They had all their top guys out there making plays. And so we were going against their best as well. And, the other thing that I thought was impressive, when we were done with practice, the players did it on their own. They at first didn't know quite what to think of the sprints we were doing here at training camp to get them prepared for the long haul. But there they are calling it on themselves to go run. And as they said, to watch the Rams walk off the field. And they said, we'll see you when we see you here soon. So, I just like the way our guys are feeling about themselves right now and the culture that's being created and the work ethic and, the high bar that they're holding themselves to.
And that is good. I loved what they did after the joint practice against the Rams, and everybody got out there, did some wind sprints, and ran a little bit. And the players took that upon themselves. Shoddy did not say, go run. They just did it, and that's good. And look, 17-game schedule, you got to be in shape come 12 to 17.
Yep.
And because you can get pretty tired during that time of the year. And it's important. And as we all know, when the Cowboys lost to the Green Bay Packers in the playoffs, wasn't it DeMarcus? Who wasn't it?
Tank, yeah.
Tank Lawrence said,
we were tired.
We were tired.
Shut up.
So there you go.
It's Thursday, kind of my Friday. I want to laugh a little bit. You want to laugh a little bit?
Sure. I'm in for laughing.
Have you ever heard Jerry Jones sing before?
I have not.
Jerry Jones was doing an interview with the Spanish side of the Cowboys broadcast crew out there in California. And Jerry, mariachi music, singing a little bit. Enjoy.
La cuca cucaroo, la cuca cucaroo, Paloma.
I heard you were awarded in San Antonio a mariachi title. Can you tell us what that title was?
Well, I'm so proud of it because I love mariachi music. But I was the Grand Master for the year of mariachi. I had my picture on in New York Times with the mariachi, and of course was there for all of the competition. Can't tell you what a fan I am now of mariachi music. It just exudes the kind of energy and the kind of competition that I would like the Cowboys to mirror in its music.
What is it about mariachi that you like so much? What does it make you feel?
La cuca cucaroo, la cuca cucaroo, Paloma. I love the great traditional music of Mexico. Love the energy that mariachi brings. And it just excites me. We cherish our Hispanic fans and our Mexican fans. It's very important to us that we have, as a part of the perception and of the Dallas Cowboys, that we have the overt demonstration of how much we appreciate our Mexican fans.
You know, I don't know what La Cuca Cucaroo means. I know what a Paloma is.
Yeah.
It's a very good drink, but not sure what La Cuca. So if anybody can explain that, I would appreciate that.
La Cuca Cucaroo. La Cuca Cucaroo.
The fact that Amber Garcia was able to keep it together. She almost lost it, but when he started to sing, man, she almost lost it. Well done, Amber Garcia.
Yes, it's very, very well done. You know, and we'll laugh at Jerry for that, but he's right. I mean, I say he's right. He's truthful by saying he loves mariachi music. I've heard him say that before, and I've heard him say about the Mexican fans in Mexico and the Hispanic fans all over the country.
It's true, and I know before we get into what Jalen McKee said and what the mayor's trying to do, we needed to laugh a little bit. We need to lighten the mood before we take a left turn coming up.
Yeah, I totally agree with
La Cuca Cucaroo, Paloma.
Yeah, we need to keep that pledge. That's a good drop right there. La Cuca Cucaroo. And somebody, please let me know what that means. If anything, he may not even be saying it right. I don't know.
Do you think he's saying it right?
He said Paloma, right?
Well, of course.
That sounds damn good about right
It really
now.
does.
It really does.
It really does.
All right, let's talk a little arena debate. Why not? Because the mayor trying to get some allies on her side has apparently got one. And we will hear from the District 2 councilman when we return here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
The Cowboys are back on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Preseason action starts Saturday.
Off the ball! Touchdown to Pickett!
The Cowboys and the Seahawks. Pregame at 6. Kickoff at 7.
Touchdown, touchdown!
Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds and the Davis Law Firm. San Antonio's home for Dallas Cowboys football.
Touchdown, Cowboys!
94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half-off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
Hello, my name is Jason Thompson. I'm an attorney who has practiced law here in San Antonio since 1994. Over the past 30 years, I've represented hundreds, if not thousands, of victims of negligent drivers. If you've been in an auto accident, you can choose a billboard lawyer, but I'd ask you to consider calling me. We have only one rule in my office. If my client's happy, I'm happy. My team and I place a premium on communication because I believe there can be no daylight between an effective attorney and his client. I do not charge for an initial consultation. If you've been injured in a traffic collision, just call my office, 210-900-0400. There's no charge. I want to make sure that the decisions you make immediately after an accident are smart decisions. The other driver's insurance company and your own insurance company will want to talk to you immediately after the accident. My advice, talk to me first. Many adjusters play fair, but I've seen more than a few that do not. If you've been injured by a negligent driver, call me, Jason Thompson. My number is 210-900-0400. That's 210-900-0400.
Back to school starts now. Get long-lasting battery life on the Dell XPS laptop powered by Series 3 Intel Core so you can work from anywhere. Now starting at $699 with exclusive student pricing starting at $599. Complete your setup with savings on select monitors and must-have electronics and accessories. Limited time deals and free shipping on PCs and more await you at Dell.com/deals. That's Dell.com/deals.
AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson in the morning.
Coming up on the AJ and Rob Show, we've got a bunch of NFL games to review and a handful more to preview, plus a big UFC fight this weekend. Rob, plenty going on.
Plenty on the sports world. And what you doing this weekend? No movies, but lots of heat. It's going to be a busy day. Party starts at 6.
AJ and Rob, weekday mornings 6 to 10, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
So happy you took the time to join us here on the Blitz, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star on this Thursday afternoon. Lots happening. We've got NFL football tonight, kind of. Preseason action. Well, we got about 6 games, 5 games?
No, there are 6.
6 games?
Yes.
Including, of course, the Houston Texans and the L.A. Chargers battling at Reliant Stadium.
Yeah.
Tonight, apparently, according to Pledge, and I haven't checked this, but I trust Pledge, it's on News 4 San Antonio.
Yeah.
The game. So there you go.
John McClain should be at the stadium. He'll check in with us about 5:15. Should be good. Before we get into the mayor stuff, and I know people want to call in and talk about that, 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. I am seeing some comments on our YouTube page, which you can get to through sasportstar.com, that Jerry Jones butchered the song. Can we hear a little bit of that, Pledge?
La cuca cucaroo, la cuca cucaroo.
All right.
Paloma.
Now, did he butcher it? I don't know. I don't even know what that means.
Well, Paloma
sure.
is perfect.
But I want to hear you sing it the way it's supposed to be sung. If you've got the stones to sing it the way it's supposed to be done, please do. 210-656-3776.
Do we have a prize for this? These people?
No.
Why not?
Well, why would we?
I think we should. We need to bribe them.
Bribe them?
Sure.
Bribe them with what?
Well, I don't know, but something. I mean, our promotions guy is right there in the glass box of fun.
I will say if you I'm going to say do it better than Jerry because good Lord. But you won't. If you're really good, we'll find a prize for you. We've got something.
Right, Pledge?
I mean, we'll find something.
Pledge is shaking his head in
there. Might
there.
be tickets to go see the San Antonio Missions. Might be a gift card to, I don't know, somewhere. We've got gift cards all over the place. I mean,
we do have tickets to give away to the Missions game next week.
Yeah, but it might be, I don't know. There's got to. A Mellow Mushroom gift card, a Doghouse gift card. We've got gift card. We've got stuff we'll give away.
All right.
Tickets to last week's Hunters Extravaganza.
We got tickets to last week, though we should be out of those. Rob and his party favors. We'll give you one of those.
Oh, I don't know where those party favors have been.
Stop.
Do you?
Stop.
Holy cow! Speaking of farting, I mean, I can see Rob. Hey, watch this! Look at that thing.
Well, maybe he's got to do a wind speed test.
I can steal something from the app.
Yeah,
The Muse is playing in Germania this weekend. Muse
is playing? I know Toadie's next week.
I don't have that.
You don't have that? What are you doing, Joe?
I'm just showing it, but I'm on camera now. If you're watching on San Antonio Sports Star YouTube page, You see the party favor.
Yeah, Rob's got.
You could see where that would be inserted and go. Wah.
He's just got to quit that.
I'm just saying.
Tom says give the cat away.
I'm all for that.
Yes.
Let's do that. Who the hell wants that thing anyway?
We can't give away AJ's cat.
I think we can.
We can't give away AJ's cat.
What the hell's AJ going to do about it?
He's going to throw a fit like Jaden Daniels.
Okay. Well, that's you see how far this is getting Jaden Daniels.
Cease and desist.
Look, that's AJ's cat. We can't give that away.
Damn it.
We'll find something if you guys can sing better. Tom says it's a popular Mexican song. Alexandra says, although that might be a fake one, she would call in if it was a Mellow Mushroom gift card.
No, I think Alexandra is probably telling the truth because she really likes Mellow Mushroom.
She does.
She does.
La cuckoo-cuckoo-roo. La cuckoo-cuckoo-roo. Paloma.
Peely's not still here, right? It's 2:00 in the afternoon. Peely, the morning
bad,
host over on Norteño.
Yeah. Now, she'd be fun.
She would, yes, to come in and sing.
Exactly.
And interpret.
That's what I meant.
Far better than just clarifying.
That's what I meant.
Just clarifying. Far more so than, say, Alfonso, who's probably still here, but.
Maybe Jorge.
Yeah,
he's
Jorge's
gone too?
gone.
Damn
Come
it.
on. It's 2:00.
All right.
Come
All
on.
right.
Come on. So, all this mayor stuff, as she continues to have another listening session, and
tomorrow night, I believe, right?
Yeah, I don't know. There's a bunch.
I think it's tomorrow night. Pretty sure.
Who knows? I know Monday is when they're scheduled to meet and vote, and it doesn't look like she has the support. And I've yet to hear her give good reasons as to the whys. Why are you doing this? Now, one of the things that District 2's Jayla McKee Rodriguez, he put out a video. Now, granted, he's lying in bed and he's wearing a wife beater, and he's putting out a video on a very serious, controversial topic. And it's hard to take him seriously when he's just laying in bed shooting a video. And a topic of this importance deserves the respect of you're a city councilman. Get up, put on a shirt, and look serious about this. Not like you're just casually, let me do this before I go to bed. But he does make some points in there that, while I still disagree with them, at least I can understand his why. And one of the things that he does talk about that is worthy of discussion is revenue sharing when it comes to the naming rights of the building.
I want to see stronger terms for revenue sharing, including naming rights of the facility the public is paying for, and a longer commitment to San Antonio than 30 years. At this point, we need a 50, 60-year agreement. As well, I want to see a commitment to affordable tickets and accessibility baked into a number of the developments taking place around the arena. Beyond it being a tool for measuring support in the direction we're going on this deal, it's just good practice. Voters approved the county's contribution, $311 million. That money stays with the project. Voters approved it. It's good to go. This is not a do-over.
It is
a do-over. It's exactly what it is. This money from the state doesn't require a vote. It doesn't.
It doesn't.
It doesn't require a vote. It's there. It's for this project. And if we don't do this project, well, the state's going to give that money to somebody else. See, and this is what just grinds my gears, is that they throw this stuff out like it's fact, and it's just not. And it is a do-over. It's a complete do-over.
Now, when I heard that, I was like, you know what? That's probably worthy of discussion. If the city owns the building, the naming rights of the building, could there be some revenue sharing with that? Do a quick Google search. There was supposed to be some revenue sharing with the current Frostbank Center, with the naming rights, certain financial benchmarks that if it was over this, the taxpayers would get 20% of that. But that's never apparently happened. Now, there's lots of ways you can bake in a sponsorship deal to keep that number below the threshold, and that's fine. In the term sheet that was agreed to by the city council, now granted, non-binding, on number 11, naming, advertising, signage rights, broadcast rights, The Spurs will have the exclusive naming and advertising signage rights to the arena and the arena site. The Spurs will have the exclusive right to display, sell, or license all advertising signage and sponsorship signage on the interior and attached to the exterior of the arena building or located on the arena site. The project agreements will contain certain limitations on these rights to protect the city's interests, such as limitation on names, images, and signage that, you want to keep it with the character of the building and represent San Antonio well. So Pornhub can't buy the building rights, right? I think that's the protection there. The Spurs shall also provide the city with the ability to advertise governmental functions or programs at no cost to the city other than the cost of production of any such advertising. So while he's asking for it, apparently that's already been discussed and was a part of the term sheet that was agreed to by the city council.
Non-binding, though, however.
Sure.
I mean, let's face it. So if they want to go back and unbind it, I guess, or whatever they do and talk about something else. You and I had this discussion in the office, and I think it's a ridiculous thing to do. The Spurs are putting in $500 million at least for this project. They're paying for all cost overruns for this project. They're also giving $75 million to community activities within the downtown area as well. So I don't know, just a quick thing of math, that's probably, $600-700 million. If they want the naming rights, I don't see an issue with that. They're going to pay the city $4 million a year in rent. They're going to take care of all the maintenance projects. I just don't understand what we're coming back and trying to renegotiate stuff that's already been negotiated, apparently. And if it wasn't, you know what? That's your fault, Mayor. And that's your fault, Mr. Councilman for District 2. Why didn't you negotiate that then?
Well, remember, the mayor said they only had a couple of days after everything to get it done.
Yeah, okay.
Now, you and I went through it in about 15 minutes.
Of
now,
course.
Granted, that's just reading it and rereading it and actually learning more. The Spurs' contribution is greater than the $500 million in cost overruns. And keep in mind, we keep talking about $489 million. According to the term sheet, the city will contribute the lesser of 38% of the cost of the arena, or $489 million, through the issuance of one or more series of bonds, the basic terms of which are described in a financing addendum. So it might not even be $489 million, but that is the cap that the city is going to be responsible for with the money that they're getting from the state. This is all it could be used for. And also, we keep throwing out $500 million. According to the term sheet, the Spurs are putting in a minimum of $500 million plus all cost overruns. The $4 million a year rent increases by 2% every year over the course of the 30-year lease. So, I'm not a math major, but I put in ChatGPT a 2% increase on a $4 million annual lease. How much does that go up? So, about $80,000 on the first year. Year 5, it's 4.329. Year 10, 4.7. Year 13, it jumps over $5 million. At the end of year 12, the Spurs will have paid $53,648,000 and change in rent. That's, part of me would be a lot more on the side of the district councilman, like on signage and stuff like that, since the city owns the building, if the Spurs weren't putting in that kind of money. And we use Oklahoma City as an example. The Thunder, for their project, their new arena, which is all over $1 billion as well, they're putting in $50 million, and they're getting 100% of the signage, and they're getting the concessions and everything that is typical of an NBA arena.
It's just the way that it works. It's like any other business, gets a sweetheart deal. And again, this is so frustrating in so many ways that you have smart people who know better, or they should know better. And you just don't operate this way. It just makes no sense at all. It's going to create downtown businesses. It's going to create hotel rooms. It's going to create all of the things that you want it to create that will add money to the city coffers. And if you don't have it, if this doesn't happen, and just say, and they haven't threatened this by any stretch of the imagination, the Spurs leave, then what do you have? What are you going to do to raise the money that you're going to make off of a Spurs downtown arena with people going down there, 20,000 people going down there for every Spurs game, eating in the local restaurants and drinking afterwards and all that? Where is that revenue going to come from?
Well, it's not.
It's not.
And while these are real dollars in the sense of money going out, you think about with a player like Vic and a championship run that the Spurs just went on that was unexpected. Now they're expected to go on a championship run. The NBA schedule was released 50 minutes ago. So in less than an hour, we already knew some of the Spurs games. Now the entire schedule is out, including the TV schedule. The Spurs will have this season 34 nationally televised games. 34. You know what the max number of national TV games an individual team can have? 34.
Yes.
The Spurs are maxing out on the number of nationally televised games. Now, they're not alone. The Knicks, the 76ers, the Lakers, and the San Antonio Spurs are the 4 teams in the NBA that have 34 nationally televised games. And with a player like Vic, how many of those are going to be internationally televised and through streaming? But the exposure the city of San Antonio is going to get this year alone. And there's some marketing dude out there somewhere that could probably put a number on that. And that number is just going to continue to grow as Wemby continues to develop and championships continue to come to San Antonio.
It's good business for this city. The mayor's trying to solve a deficit problem. I understand that. I'm not sure whose fault it is. We've been saying Ron Nuremberg. I'm not exactly sure that's the case. However, it doesn't really matter. We have a deficit in the city of San Antonio. Okay, there are other things that can be done. I'm sure if you're a smart person and you were elected mayor and city council, that you can do to raise some money for the city to help with that deficit. This particular project, at least for now, is not that. It doesn't help the deficit one iota. It will help the deficit down once the arena's done, once the Spurs are playing there, once folks are headed downtown for every game. Then it will. It will add money to the city coffers. But until it gets done, it doesn't help the city problem. So whether this gets voted on, whether it's not, whether Michael Carlos, who seems to be the biggest cheerleader for the mayor in the world with the Current, who's just arrogant headlines that this may not be over. If the bond election doesn't go through and the arena is scrapped, okay, then what? What's Plan B, Mayor? What is Plan B? Where are you going to go from there to raise money for this city? I'm curious. Say we scrap all of this and it doesn't work out. What happens next?
Well, and again, the Spurs have not threatened anything.
I know they haven't.
They have made a long-term commitment. I know Jalen wants a 50 or 60-year commitment. I mean,
it doesn't take a brain surgeon to figure out if the Spurs don't get a new arena, all right, and the city blocks that, they're going to leave.
They're going to leave.
They will leave.
Or you also wonder, I mean, if the Los Angeles Lakers can sell for $12.5 billion after 3 days with the rich dude calling up and saying, we're looking at Vegas, but I know you got some issues. You want to sell the Lakers? Here's $12.5 billion. What do you think the Spurs could sell for today? Peter Holt, make a phone call, $7 billion, $8 billion, $9 billion, and not have to mess with any of this? I mean, you hate to say it and you hate to threaten it, but we've all been around long enough, and it ain't a threat. It is a reality that you always live with, that there is a community somewhere that would be willing to do that. There is a reason Arlington was able to get the Dallas Cowboys and the Texas Rangers. There is a reason why today the Chicago Bears are talking about their new stadium deal that's not even in the state of Illinois. Think about the world champion Kansas City Chiefs coming off of a Super Bowl. The pissing match that they were having between the Kansas side of Kansas City and the Missouri side of Kansas City trying to get their new stadium. They're ugly. They're nasty. Nobody likes public funds going to a big arena. But if you want that team in your city, that's part of playing the game.
And why is that? Why is it a partnership between the city and the professional team? Because it benefits the city.
Yep.
It benefits the city. I mean, that's why. So cities want to get off scot-free. I get it. And I hate this term. Well, I'm tired of my tax dollars going to billionaires. It drives me insane. Then you're tired of sending your tax money to every business that comes into this city. The Spurs are the same way. It's a business. It's a business just like anybody else. We're giving tax breaks to everybody else. Why not to the Spurs? Why is it different? I'm sure the folks that own, HEB, they're billionaires. The folks that own Toyota, they're billionaires. Why are we giving them tax breaks? It's apples and oranges, and it's so hypocritical. It's outrageously ridiculous, and I just don't get it. Get a good deal for the city. I'm not opposed to that, but I just don't understand the roadblocks, and when something's already been voted on, it's voted on. It's done. Move on.
Yep. It is unless I'm missing something as I'm reading this term sheet. What I already thought was a good deal, you read the term sheet, and it seems to be a better deal.
It is.
For the city of San Antonio.
Yes, it is.
The amount of money that the Spurs are putting in versus what you see other teams in other cities working on. I don't understand the pissing match that's going on right now with the mayor and this issue. I just don't understand it.
If anybody does, and I mean this in all sincerity, please educate me. Because I, for the life of me, have tried to figure out why she's doing this and having her listening sessions and all of this kind of nonsense, and I cannot figure it out. If she would come on our air and explain it to us, I would love, and we would open up our airways to her for her to say whatever she wants to say. But she won't. And that's baffling, although, she'll go on TV stations and other radio stations, but she won't come on this here, and that's kind of troubling to me.
Yep.
And I'm not sure why. I mean, there's no question we're against her on this, but if she's got a story to tell, come tell it. Maybe it'll change our mind.
You're not coming around on this.
Well, I don't understand. At least she could explain why the hell she's doing this and wasting all of our time.
It's almost like when your boss tells you something. Like, I don't have to agree with you. But if I understand the why you're wanting us to do something, again, I don't have to agree with it, but at least I can understand the why. I don't understand the why she is putting the city staff and city council and the rest of us through this. The why doesn't make any sense.
Nope. We're going to go to the phone line?
Gary hung up right as I was about to go to him.
And I guess Pledge is talking to this person. Huh?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. And we got to pay bills anyway.
All right, we'll take a break. Really?
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Is that? I don't know if that's allowed in this city, is it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it is?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I didn't know we could do that.
Oh, yeah.
Wow. Okay, we can actually make money?
Well, we better. I like my job.
Oh, my goodness.
You guys keep listening and support the great advertisers of this radio station.
We certainly appreciate that.
Yes.
When we come back, a big L for a longtime champion. Oh, my goodness. We'll tell you what happened when we return here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
San Antonio Sports Star has South Texas' biggest sports stick, enhanced by Dr. Boom Boom Pow. KTFM Floresville, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
George gets justice. If you've been injured, get George, because George gets justice. With over 100 years of combined experience and a relentless dedication to your case, the attorneys at George Salinas Injury Lawyers will fight for what's right. If you've been injured and it's not your fault, get George and get the compensation you deserve. Call George Salinas Injury Lawyers today at 210-225-0909 or visit getgeorge.com. George gets justice. Getgeorge.com.
When snack time calls, Pork Rinds answers. Be your own crunch time hero with Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds. Skip the chip and go straight for the ultimate crunch that's low carb, high protein, and loaded with bold flavor. We're talking sweet barbecue or hot honey. Yeah, it's that good. Snack smarter, crunch harder. Stock up on Southern Recipe small batch pork rinds at HEB or head to porkrinds.com. Make Southern Recipe your crunch time hero.
I'm Dr. Jason Garrett with Arasti. Whether your pain started yesterday or years ago, we treat the root cause so you can feel real relief fast. No pills, no surgery. Most patients notice improvement in just one visit, and we accept most insurance plans. Stop waiting. Start feeling better. Visit Arasti.com today. That's AIRROSTI.com. Arasti. We fix pain fast.
To find the location nearest you, visit Arasti.com. Awesome Tickets is your personal ticket broker. Big games, big concerts, big events. Any city. Need tickets? Stay local and call Awesome Tickets. Stop paying all those crazy fees. Call 210-226-5136 or online at awesometix.com. That's awesometix.com.
Everywhere you look, things are getting more expensive. But at Consumer Cellular, we're lowering the price for those 50 and up. Now you can get unlimited everything for just $35 a line. That's $35 a month for unlimited talk, text, and data. Switch to the carrier ranked #1 in network coverage and customer satisfaction and get unlimited everything for just $35 a month. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit Consumer Cellular online or in-store today. Price includes $5 credit for autopay and e-billing. Taxes and fees apply. Data speeds reduced after 35 gigabytes. Rankings done by 2025 ACSI survey.
Doug. Limu and I created a trick to help you remember that you can customize your car insurance and save with Liberty Mutual. You see, the shirts Limu and I wear are yellow, and yellow is the color of lemons, and lemons grow on trees, and trees provide oxygen, and oxygen helps us breathe, and breathing is how you live, and you can live more life when you save money by customizing your car insurance. I agree, Limu. It's really quite simple. Only pay for what you need at libertymutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty. San Antonio's Sports Center.
Well, the NBA released a full schedule for all teams today. The Spurs, they have 34 nationally televised games, tied for the most of any team in the NBA, tying them with the Knicks, 76ers, and the Lakers. Preseason football starts tonight. A lot of teams in action, including Houston and LA. The Chargers, they'll kick off at Reliance Stadium at 7 o'clock, a game that's going to be televised on News 4 San Antonio.
Sports Center brought to you by SAPDcareers.com. The San Antonio Police Department is always hiring.
From the studios of San Antonio's Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Blitz. 2 decades on the radio, Jason Minix. 2 decades on TV, Joe Reinagle. 2 San Antonio sports voices you've trusted for years. This is The Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Happy Thursday, everybody. Hope you're having a great Thursday, whatever you're doing, however you're doing it. Thanks for spending a little time with us here on The Blitz, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagle. He's Jason Minix. Lots happening today, without a doubt.
Certainly is. Way too much on a Thursday.
Nah, never. It's never too much.
Good point. Good point. We got called out by April Lancero.
We did, yes.
We made a video that's on our socials for our golf tournament coming up September 21st out at Silverhorn, the after party at the Gopher Shack. And on that Monday, September 21st, our golf tournament, brought to you by the Lofts of Jesse Hernandez, registration will begin this Monday.
Yep.
At sasportstar.com. And the first 20 that get registered will get a golf towel from our friends from Flight by Yingling. It's a great golf towel. And so we made a video of this golf towel that's on our socials at SA Sports Star. And I thought it was a good video.
Do you know how to use that towel?
Well, of course I know how to use that towel. But you demonstrated it, and April Lancero was like, what kind of golfers are you getting if you've got to tell them how to use the towel?
Well, because here's the thing. That is a different towel. It's not just some regular run-of-the-mill towel, okay?
It's not a cheap promo towel?
No, it's not.
It's a really expensive towel.
This one is shiny on the front, and then it's rough and rugged on the back. And the rough and rugged part is to clean your golf club with. Mm. You don't do that with the shiny part on the other side. So,
microfiber.
Now, is that what it is?
I think you get all technical. Rough and ugly, shiny.
Doesn't matter.
I don't know that it's shiny.
So, April, there are some people out there that wouldn't know that have to be educated that the rough side is for cleaning and the other side is for shining after cleaning. So, we're
again,
just trying
wouldn't
to
a
do
golfer
our part.
know that?
Well,
but you're just trying to demonstrate, because if you say you're getting a free golf towel, we've all been in tournaments where you get some crap in the swag bag that
looks
isn't
like
worth
a Kleenex, yeah.
Yeah, right? And so it really is just demonstrating that's not what it is. Although, if you really weren't sure and you learned something new watching that video, you probably aren't going to be signing up for the golf tournament anyway. It's not one of these multi-purpose towels. Like, you're not going to take it home instead of using it for golf, keep it in your car, and if, as you're leaving the car wash, you're using it to get the water spots off or something like that. This towel, well, one side of it you could do with that, but not the other side. AJ could exfoliate his head with the other side of it.
Clean the grill.
You could clean the grill with it.
You could probably do that too.
Yeah.
But I suggest you put it on your golf bag and clean your golf clubs with it.
Well, that's what
you don't
it's
want
meant
to.
for.
You don't want to dirty that thing up with grill stuff.
Grill stuff,
rib remains and steak remains, and chicken guts, and I mean, come on.
I think Pledge was talking about the grill on your car.
No, I was actually talking about a grill.
The grill on your car,
like your Traeger.
Well, you wouldn't use that to clean your grill.
Of course not.
But I mean, since I went water spots, you said grill, and I'm thinking about like the dead bugs off the front of your car, off your grill.
No, I'm
most
talking
grills
about a
aren't
barbecue grill.
Yeah, most grills aren't metal anymore.
No
bleep. It's been so long, Pledge, since I've had a new car. I didn't know that.
I know you don't get one very often.
No. Sometimes I wonder. Let's do the headline blitz.
This is Jason and Joe's Headline Blitz. Two guys, two opinions, never enough time.
The Headline Blitz brought to you by Argo Group, specialty insurance for complex risks. Everybody is beatable. Everybody is beatable. Joey Chestnut has lost an eating contest.
It took me a minute to get over that when I saw this story today.
Did it really?
No, not really.
Did you pour one out for him?
The thing is, it's not hot dogs that he got beat at.
True.
It's tater tots.
Okay. He is still the greatest competitive eater of all time. I mean, he's famous for hot dogs because that's on ESPN. But the dude has devoured wings in record numbers and tater tots and broccoli, you name it. The guy's resume is pretty damn incredible.
Well, it is, but I mean, tater tots, that's kind of beneath him, isn't it? When the dude is stuffing wieners down his throat, I mean, I think, tater tot, come on. I love wieners.
Now, again, and you wonder if there is going to be some sort of review, some sort of investigation, because he lost by 1/10 of an ounce in tater tots.
I think I could compete in a tater tot eating contest.
No, you can't.
No, I do.
No, you can't.
I like tater tots. I mean, I could throw down some tater tots. Now, I don't know how many. Does it say in the story? Because I didn't see it, Minix.
Wait, you didn't read the article?
Well, no, I read it, but I didn't know how many tater tots he so the winner ate. I know he got booed when he got off the stage.
Yeah.
The winner got booed because he beat Joey Chestnut.
Now, he had previously won this contest where the closest next guy was 30 tots behind.
30 tots.
But yeah, it actually doesn't say what the winner did, but he lost.
Yeah, I think I could throw down a few tots.
But he lost by, it says, by less than 1/10 of an ounce. So they must have had them all weighed.
Well, that's got to be like one tater tot or half of one.
It kind of feels that way,
right? I'm disappointed, but you know what? This will inspire Joey Chestnut.
Will he?
To be better. Sometimes even champions need to get beat,
man,
to bring them back to reality.
It's just more proof that only Father Time is undefeated.
That's it. But when he loses a wiener eating contest, then I'm going to be really upset. Tater tots.
I mean, a random tater tot contest doesn't count. He lost. He lost.
Well, he did, but he's still the wiener champion.
When somebody shoves more wieners down their throat, I'll be impressed.
Exactly right. Well said, Pledge.
See, Pledge really wants that challenge. But remember, he failed at the glizzy challenge we held over at the Roo Pub that one day.
Well, and he failed in the steak
And
thing.
he failed in the steak thing. But we've never done a true hot dog eating contest with James Pledger.
That glizzy thing was disgusting.
Yes.
It was.
It was disgusting.
But he was sucking on that dog like nobody's business.
Man, he's got talent.
No, he doesn't. He failed miserably.
Uh-huh.
I mean, and you think about Pledge. I love you, buddy. But when there's been a challenge, Pledge has failed at all of them.
At least he steps up and tries.
He does, but he talks this big game. And I'm just trying to think, he failed at the steak challenge miserably.
Yeah.
He failed at the glizzy challenge.
Okay.
And then even when he tried to run a 40-yard dash in the back parking lot, he ate asphalt.
I remember that was
broke
funny
his
as hell.
phone in the
that was
process.
funny as hell. But I give Pledge credit. At least he jumps back out there and he gets in. Now we should have some sort of a contest. See, I wouldn't do a hot dog one because I can't eat a lot of hot dogs. But I could do tater tots, man.
You want to try a tater tot
I think I could do that. I could do that. Pledge is in.
I'm in.
Back in the early days of this here radio station, and this wouldn't be a contest for any of us. It would have to be ladies like it was back in the day, the hands-free corn dog eating contest we did. We need to bring that one back. Yesterday we were talking about Rock the Mic. If we bring any contest back that we've done through the history of this station, it was the hands-free corn dog eating contest.
Now, wasn't that supposed to be something else?
Well, no, it actually was. It was the hands-free corn dog eating contest, and then lawyers got involved, and they were worried that somebody would choke, and so then...
Is that what they were worried about? Yeah, sure. That's not what they were worried about.
So then what we had are the 10 contestants, the ladies, had to peel the breading off of the corn dog without damaging the dog.
And the winner got more dates than she could handle.
That's true.
I'm telling you.
One of them got a husband out of that deal.
I'm sure she did.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, that's talent.
Lots of talent.
Plenty of talent.
Well, that's what we were looking for.
Well, there you go. You found it.
All these NFL quarterbacks, they have certainly found the talent. But, Ryan Nagel, he's been on a mission, and he found a story that agrees with him.
Yep.
Headline, the epidemic of NFL quarterbacks hanging out with their girlfriends at practice is getting out of hand. Byline, Joe Reinagel.
Yes. Look, I'm not a very good writer, so I'm not writing stories. However, now, I did read this complete article, and we're talking about Justin Herbert with his hot girlfriend or wife or fiance, whatever she is now. Then you got Joey Burrow with his hot girlfriend. There was somebody else in there, but then they go all the way to Tom Brady, and apparently Tom Brady did this at some point in time. I'm sure this was after the divorce from Giselle. Had a hot little number out on the field, and I'm changing my mind. Look, if you win 5 Super Bowls, 7 Super Bowls, how many he went, then you know what? You can bring the whole chorus out there. You can bring as many as you want out there. But Justin Herbert and Joe Burrow, until that happens, leave the women at home.
Okay, Dad.
I mean, there you go. I think that's a good compromise.
Get off my lawn.
That's not a good compromise? Win a Super Bowl, and then you can bring the hot babe out there.
It's like your trophy?
Yeah, exactly. Look, dude, everybody...
I think they're all showing that they're winners whether they hoist the Lombardi or not.
An NFL quarterback is like a rock and roll dude. You don't have to be an attractive man to get a hot chick. It's going to happen. And that happens more in rock and roll dudes, but just saying.
What are you saying?
Well, I'm saying that
what are you saying?
Most NFL quarterbacks are decent-looking fellas.
Yeah.
So I get it, but the fact that they're an NFL quarterback,
they're athletic, they're in shape, they're rich,
all of those things.
Yeah.
Yes.
That attracts hot chicks.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the way of the world. It has since the beginning of time.
Kind of like cities financing arenas.
What? No, I'm not sure I catch you there. What?
Some things are just that's how it works.
That's how it works.
That's the way the world works.
Unbelievable. A little jealous, I guess. I mean,
a little
Justin Herbert and Joey Burrow.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing okay.
Would you rather have their bank account or their lady?
Their bank account.
Yeah.
Because then you're going to get the lady.
Yeah.
All right, so they work hand in hand.
The wrong answer, Joe. You already have the lady, but I get what your point is.
Well, I'm just saying. Yeah, but if you got millions, it's like, honey, I'm kidding, Mag.
He's going for number 4.
Love you, babe.
Uh-huh.
Well, if I had that kind of money, who knows how high that number would go. Oh, my goodness.
Well, not very. If you keep adding to that number, there's half and half
well,
and half.
No kidding, right?
And all of a sudden, all your exes have more than you.
That the idea then.
Although
I guess,
at your
is,
age, I mean, it's not like you've got time to rack up too many more marriages.
Dude, I can
rack them up with the best of them.
I can. Well, there's that, but I mean, I can.
But
still,
you would be smart. You would do a lot of dumb things with your money, but I know you probably wouldn't go buy a Ferrari or a Lamborghini and then deal with all of the expenses of owning those, but you would still be driving around in those, right?
Well, of course, because I would be smart about it. And why buy one when you can rent one and not have to worry about the insurance and the maintenance and the upkeep and all of that stuff? I would go see the good guys at Pascucci Prestige because, well, I'd probably become a founding member as well. With all of that, because that's what they're looking for right now, founding members, members who are going to get exclusive perks. Look, Lamborghinis. Can you imagine driving around a Lamborghini or one of those hot little Audis? I love that car, by the way. What's it called, Minix?
The RX.
Not an RX.
R8.
R8. Yeah, it's an R8. And I love that thing because the engine's in the back seat. It's really cool. And you get in that thing, it just wraps
really
you
in
like
the back of the car, not in the seat.
Well, there is no back seat. So that's where the engine is. That car was fantastic. And just imagine driving up to, I don't know, a first date. Perhaps it's your anniversary with your wife you've been married to for a while. It doesn't matter. Driving up there, it's just impressive. It really is, and it just feels good to drive those things. So look, if you become a founding member, you get some benefits. 5 driving days every month in the vehicle of your choice, 1,000 miles every month, early access to brand new vehicles before anyone else gets the opportunity. You also get to influence what gets added to the fleet. Founding members get it at the beginning. They become part of something exclusive. They're even offering discounts for founding members. So if you've been thinking about driving something extraordinary, don't think about it anymore. Do it. Visit PascucciPrestige.com. That's PASCUCCI Prestige.com. Ask them about becoming a founding member because I guarantee you the spots will fill up. Again, I want you to go visit PascucciPrestige.com. PASCUCCI Prestige.com.
Sports doesn't come with an owner's manual. Good thing you got us. Breaking it down, calling it as we see it. Every day.
Just a bit outside.
On 94.1, San Antonio's Sports Star.
$30 million in guaranteed prizes. Cash in this football season in Las Vegas with 3 Circus Sports contests. Entry starting at $1,000, all with no rate. Circa Million, 18 weeks of point spread action. Circus Survivor, pick one winner each week, no point spread. And the Big Daddy, Circa Grandissimo, with a $100,000 entry fee. Enter in Nevada, play from anywhere. $30 million guaranteed. Visit circusports.com for details.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter. Here's the deal. The government is over $38 trillion in debt, which means the IRS isn't slowing down. And the tax code is complex and unforgiving. So it's not surprising if you're one of the millions of Americans that owe back taxes to the IRS. Unfortunately, they're the world's most powerful collection agency, with the ability to garnish your wages, seize your bank accounts, and even take your home or business. But don't be stressed or worried any longer. We're Optima Tax Relief, America's most trusted tax resolution firm. We have resolved over $3 billion in tax debt for our clients. Our award-winning professionals deal with the IRS every single day, protecting our clients and preparing them for the best possible resolution. For tax help you need, for tax help you can trust, give Optima a call today.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
Argo Group delivers specialty insurance tailored to your business, backed by expert claims handling and global experience. As a proud local employer, Argo gave back to more than 20 San Antonio nonprofits last year. Visit ArgoGroup.com. Argo, helping businesses stay in business. Argo Group provides specialty insurance for complex risks. The insurance is designed to meet the unique coverage and claims handling needs of businesses. As a local employer, Argo contributes to the San Antonio community too, donating to more than 20 area nonprofits last year. Visit ArgoGroup.com to learn how tailored strategies and global expertise can support your business. That's ARGOGroup.com. Argo, we help businesses stay in business.
AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson in the morning.
Coming up on the AJ and Rob Show, we've got a bunch of NFL games to review and a handful more to preview, plus a big UFC fight this weekend. Rob, plenty going on.
Plenty on the sports world. And what you doing this weekend? No movies, but lots of heat. It's going to be a busy day. Party starts at 6.
AJ and Rob, weekday mornings 6 to 10, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Good stuff today, and I say that in all sincerity because we got to hear from somebody that we haven't heard from in a long time, unfortunately from a sad occasion, but it was nice to hear from one Greg Popovich. I'm Joe Reinagle, he's Jason Minnick.
Yep, Pop was at the Celebration of Life today for Don Nelson, and Pop even said it at one point. I mean, it's cool to be around everybody and see everybody just under the circumstances. And I think a lot of us, you get to that point where, man, your reunions are tending to be around funerals. You know, families all get together around funerals. You know, classmates that you haven't seen for a long time, it's because of a funeral, which sucks. But it was great to see, and more importantly, hear from Greg Popovich. When I first heard yesterday that he was going to Dallas for the service, you know, I thought, man, that's a great sign that Pop is getting around, because you don't see him around that much. I know we saw him at the arena during the finals, but, you know, just how's he doing? And for him to get the microphone and speak, and he did for about 10 minutes today. And you think about the impact Don Nelson had on Greg Popovich's career. I mean, this 20-year run, it might not have happened if it wasn't for Don Nelson, and he told that story at the end.
After 4 years in San Antonio as an assistant, Larry Brown went to the Clippers, and I decided I wasn't going to go to L.A., so I just went home, and my wife said, "What are we going to do?" And I said, "I do not know, but I'll figure it out." And that same day, I get a call from Don Nelson. He wants me to come out to Golden State and meet with some people and talk basketball. And I said yes. So I came out, and we all hit it off pretty good, and He dragged me in his office the next day, put on the film. He said, tell me what you see here. Tell me what's going on. Tell me the good and the bad. So we did the film for a couple hours, and he offered me the job to be with Donnie and Paul Pressey there at Golden State. Those were my 2 happiest years in the NBA. And again, I apologize for the wins, but all of us who have half a brain know the coaches don't have the wins. We get credit, that kind of thing, but it was hard to lose with Tim and Tony and Manu and David in his twilight. It's hard to lose those games. So if I was such a good coach, I should have been undefeated during all that time. But I thank Nelly for all that. And again, like Coach Harris said, he does those things for everybody because his heart is bigger than the moon, and it's as soft as marshmallows when you get to know him. That's who he was to me. Thank you, Daddy.
And it's interesting because he's here. Obviously, you just heard him. He goes to Golden State. Then he gets a chance to come back to San Antonio. And Pop didn't know how to negotiate his contract, so Nelly taught him.
And then on the financial side, we all know that he's a wheeler dealer. And so when I went back to San Antonio and they hired me there, I got a 5-year contract at X, and it went up $50,000 each year. And I said, well, I got to go home and talk to my wife, and I got a couple calls to make. And, of course, Nelly was the call. And so I told him the deal. He said, so what are you going to do? I said, I'm loving being at Golden State, but it is a pretty good offer and deal and all that. He said, you big dummy, Papo, you're going back there, and this is how you're going to do it. You call that committee, and you say, add $50,000 to my first year, and then from there, $50,000 on top of that. So in the end, after 5 years, you will have made $250,000 more, and that'll pay for your house. But that's how he thought. And so I said, okay. So I went back and I made the phone call, and I know I was like a 12-year-old. I was, why can you guys? I was wondering. I thought maybe if you guys could. And the gentleman on the other end of the phone, he said, "What do you want?" And I finally spit it out. In 2 seconds, he said, "Okay." And I remembered what Nelly told me. They already offered you the job. They're not going to start over again and get somebody else. So just do it. And so I did it. And that's the other side of him that I think we all know about. But for me, that was pretty special.
Greg Popovich always talked about Don Nelson and what he meant to him and the mentor that he was to him.
And obviously, it can't be Pop and Don Nelson without a good wine story.
Absolutely.
We were in Napa Valley one night at some place where we had to be at some winery having dinner and people all around this table. And at one point, either I or he bumped his glass of wine and spilled on his pants. And he would not let up. He was badgering me the whole evening about how I knocked the wine on his pants, and they were his favorite pants. And I finally got tired of it, and I decided, well, this is one way I can find out if he will just think I'm a crazy Serbian or that I've got a little chutzpah. And so I said, I'm tired of this. So I took my wine glass and I threw it on myself. I said, will you shut up now? And he just laughed. And I knew then we were going to get along okay. Because he was competitive.
And he was competitive. In fact, when Pop was very young in the NBA world, He convinced San Antonio, I need to go to Europe. And you hear the competitiveness in this story with Don Nelson.
I didn't really know Don Nelson except for passing by him once in 1988. I think it was in Cologne, Germany, at the Final Four for Europe or some tournament. I don't remember what. But I had just gotten to San Antonio with Larry Brown as an assistant, and I begged our general manager, Bob Bass, to let me go to Europe. I guaranteed him there was 1 million players over there, as good or better than a lot of the NBA guys. And so they let me go, and there was this one lunchroom where everybody would meet for some reason. But coaches, but there weren't many from the NBA. There were very few, but Nelly was there. And he was looking at everybody, and I knew I was in the right place. So I spent all my time, I was trying to convince Sharunas Marciulionis to come to San Antonio, and at the time I could speak a little Russian still. And so I was busting my butt to do this. I even went to his room. It was like a spy. I was trying to do this. And somehow or another, the word got back to Nelly. And the next day at the lunchroom, I didn't know him. Why would he know me? And we just walked by each other, and he bent down. He goes, young fella, you got no shot. And it took me a while, and I figured out what he was talking about. And I went back to Sharunas, and he said, yeah, he goes, I'm going to Golden State. He says, I'm all locked up. That's where I'm going. I said, well, good luck. And he obviously had a great career with all you guys.
Yeah. I mean, you think about the stories, the history, and again, it sucks that you're getting those at a celebration of life for Don Nelson, but obviously the impact that he's had basically on everybody and the NBA.
I'm trying to recover. I got a little PTSD here, looking around at all these people that were opponents mostly. Oh, God. That's great. I think it's obviously sad for everyone that it has to be an event like this for everybody to get together, but it's emblematic of what Nelly did for almost all of us in the room. He had some effect on all of us, like Coach Harris just said, to help us along the way and do some things. That's who he was. He's a special guy in that respect. And people think he's a big, gruff bear out there. And I always, when I talk to some people that are real close to me, I say, my wife, is my daughter still here? My wife and my daughter wanted to move in most of the time when I was in Golden State with Nelly and Joy, because they had more fun with them than with me. He was just that kind of guy.
Those are great stories and great memories, obviously, for Greg Popovich and all the coaches that were in that room. And I got to tell you, it's good to hear Pop. He sounds like he's in good spirits. He talks well. I saw the other day he's going to come back. He's going to be a consultant, I guess, if you will, for the Spurs, but work a lot closer with Mitch Johnson and his coaching staff and be a bigger part of the team.
Hearing him talk, recall the stories versus just the strength in his voice. Obviously, we all know what Pop is dealing with, but the wit, the humor, the strength in his voice sounded strong. Obviously, getting around very similar to what we saw during the NBA Finals, but it was great to see Pop and hear from Greg Popovich today. And with everything that he's been dealing with, for him to get on a plane and get up to Dallas for that, the importance it was for him to be there for that event today, for that celebration of life for Don Nelson, and the reunion that it was, because I don't know how often he sees people when they come into town, but it's not like he's, to my knowledge, traveling the world and going to wineries and doing that sort of stuff. So it was just great to see him out in public today and speaking.
Good to see him. Good to hear from him, and I'm happy he's doing well. That's the main thing. Pop, one thing he said about Don Nelson being a gruff bear, Pop's the same way.
Yep.
I mean, he's the same way. He comes across as this gruff, hard-nosed, guy, and he's got a heart.
I want some nasty.
He's got a heart as big as Texas. I mean, he really does. And we'll give you the shirt off his back. And he's just one of those kind of guys.
And not that I want it to happen anytime soon, obviously, but when people are telling the stories of Pop, you're going to hear all kinds of stuff that we don't know now, and they're all going to be that kind of thing. And Pop is still Pop. I saw Brad Townsend from the Dallas Morning News tweet out something along the lines of, Pop is here. Great to see him. Said hello to him, and his response is, they let the media into this? So Pop is still Pop.
Absolutely. Don't ever change, Pop. Don't ever change. I tell you what, that was good stuff, and I'm glad we got to hear from Greg Popovich. I love it. Dallas Cowboys are back in action. Action, I should say. Practice.
That's action.
I guess it's action. And while we await some NFL football tonight, even though it's the preseason variety.
Dude, it's football.
I guess.
It's football.
I suppose. Yeah. Well, here's the question. Can they all compete with a Hall of Fame game? That's what I'm going to be judging every preseason game on from now on. The preseason game. The Hall of Fame game, which was one of the best games, quite frankly, that I've seen in a long time.
Well, it's the only game you've seen in 6 months.
Well, this is true. Maybe that's it. It's kind of like
don't go there.
Okay, I won't. I won't. Instead, we'll take a break. And when we come back, we'll hear from Shotty and company and see what's going on with the Dallas Cowboys. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
There are 6 preseason games tonight. You're looking for a place to go watch? Get into the Roo Pub there at 281 and Redland Road. Those 3 massive 170-inch screens. TVs all around. Yep, football is back on. And when you get into the Roo Pub tonight to watch, or Saturday night, or even the games on Friday night, and a big fight on Saturday as well, go hungry to the Roo Pub because their food is fantastic. The biggest and best wings in town. I love their fried shrimp. They've got about 15 different burgers on the menu. A great chicken sandwich. Their appetizers are incredible. They got the best onion rings in town. Even their salads are wonderful, I'm told. And that kitchen is open late every day with the full menu available. If you're heading to the coast, make sure you hit up the Roo Pub in Rockport and New Braunfels. The wait is almost over. Roo Pub number 3 will be in New Braunfels over in Creekside near the Buc-ee's, opening in time for football's regular season. It's just a couple of weeks away from their grand opening. Here in San Antonio, the OG location at 281 in Redland Road, happy hour weekdays from 11 to 6. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place tonight to watch your preseason football games. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Fall Golf Classic is coming to the Silverhorn Golf Club Monday, September 21st. Registration opens Monday at sasportstar.com. The first 20 who register on Monday, August 17th, receives a free Yingling golf towel. Mark your calendar for Monday, August 17th, and be the first to register for the 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Fall Golf Classic. See you there.
If alcohol or drug use is hurting you or someone you love, you are not alone. I'm Peter McCarthy of the San Antonio Council on Alcohol and Drug Awareness, known as CICADA. There is help, there is hope. Call CICADA at 210-225-4741 or visit cicada.org.
The Gomez Law Firm has been San Antonio's trusted law firm for 50 years. We have Jose with the Gomez Law Firm here with us today. Jose, tell us about the cases you all specialize in.
We do ride-sharing cases, we do 18-wheeler cases, work injuries. We will be happy to take a look at and see if we can help.
If you or your family have been injured in an accident or hit by a company vehicle, you need to visit joegomezlaw.com. Call the Gomez Law Firm at 736-4040.
Nobody builds a business without hearing a few reasons it won't work. Too risky, too crowded, too ambitious. But the people who move things forward usually hear those words first. Because growing a business takes more than optimism. It takes nerve, and eventually, a partner built for what's next. That's Next Rodeo. Big thinking, proven creative. For businesses still moving forward. Next Rodeo, the difference between the business you have and the business you want. Meet us at thenextrodeo.com.
I
like shorts that are pretty short.
What do kids want to wear back to school? We ask them.
I love wearing things that make me feel confident. They have to be like really comfortable too. Yeah. Nike shoes, running shoes.
Like I think I wear my Birkenstocks every single day.
I just wear what I want and I let other people wear what they want.
Right now at Academy Sports and Outdoors, get up to 50% off back-to-school clothes, shoes, and more through August 16th. Academy. Fun can't lose.
Life is meant to be lived in motion, in the moment, on the go. If a sports injury or chronic pain threatens to slow you down, hold you back, or take you out of the game, Christus Health is here, right where you live, with complete personalized orthopedic care. Because you have a lot of games to play, miles to go, and life to live. Christus Health. Your health, your life, our purpose. Find care near you at christushealth.org.
Hop in a John Deere Gator XUV for a day's work. Let's see what's on the to-do list. There goes the tree. And the fence. Not a problem. Because you've got a cargo box filled with solutions. Up to 4,000 pounds of towing capacity. And you're ready to roll.
The power's out!
Here we go again. The Gator XUV. Built for every kind of workday. Learn more at johndeere.com/Gator XUV. Nothing runs like a Deere.
When it comes to sports, there's only one place. On 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Boy, ain't that the truth. That's what we do here on the Blitz, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe, he's Jason. You know what else we like to do? Vegas, baby.
Yeah, baby.
Vegas, baby.
I know, on our YouTube page that you can get to through sasportstar.com, Dano Devaney asks, I think that's how you say it.
Good as anything.
When are you guys going to Vegas? August 26th through the 30th. We're flying out there Wednesday night after the show, and we'll be there doing the Blitz live at Circa Las Vegas on Thursday and Friday for their ultimate contest weekend. And, of course, we're sticking around for the weekend. Join us. You get all kinds of stuff. Details are at sasportstar.com on how you can get rooms discounted if you're a part of Circa Survivor or Circa Million. If you're a part of Circa Grandissimo, let us know because you're picking up the tab at Barry's.
Yeah, no kidding. You're buying dinner and everything else. If you can afford that one, that's for sure. I would love to be able to walk up to there in Circa with $100,000.
Yeah.
Here, I want in.
For just that one contest.
Just that one contest. Well,
I'd like to go to Circa with $100,000 for the weekend.
Well, I'd be afraid I'd lose it all. Although I could double it or triple it. You never know. See, that's the beauty.
Why you go to Vegas.
That's the beauty of Vegas. You just never know. And we just don't know. Turn $100,000 into $1 million.
Bubba Rivas says he'll be at Circa this Monday to do some entries.
Nice. Good for you. Warm it up for us, Bubba.
Absolutely. Well, and the cool thing, because anytime between now and the weekend that football season starts, if you're in Vegas, you can sign up for these contests, and you will get those discounts on the rooms and everything else. So, even though, Bubba, you're not going to be there when we're there, you can still get great discounts on rooms there at Circa and all the fun that you're going to be having. Vegas, Circa on a Monday.
Yeah, Bubba, leave us a little money, will you? Don't take it all. You know, I'd hate to go to Circa and they said some dude named Bubba was here and he took all our money.
Well, some dude last week on a slot machine, within 1 hour,
unbelievable.
The same guest hit a 100,000 and change jackpot on a slot machine.
Yeah, he did.
And within an hour later, that same person on a different machine hit another jackpot that paid out over $100,000.
You know, honestly, I don't know what stars have to align for something like that to happen, but they've never aligned like that for me. I'd like to try it.
You know, when you're talking about your stars, quit bitching. Because your wife wins more than anybody I know on a slot machine.
Well, she's done well, but she's lost some money, too.
Her stars align more so than what
course,
should be allowed.
She's married to. You kidding me?
Again.
Come on.
And that's just the God saying we're sorry.
Yeah.
Here's something to smile about.
You know, I will tell you, and it's probably been 2 years or so ago in Vegas, I had $17,000 on a slot machine.
Yeah.
And I was, but you talk about a bizarre feeling because this thing's going and all these lights come on and everything, and it's just like, holy cow. 17 grand, and they bring it to you in little bricks.
Yeah, it's great.
Oh, it's fantastic.
One time my wife was, when we were at Bellagio, she's playing, it was the Monopoly game, and I was down playing blackjack. And she starts screaming and hollering and Jason, and I'm trying to ignore her because I was doing well at the blackjack table.
Yeah.
And lady's like, "Is that your wife?" And I was like, "Just ignore her." And she was like, Joanna didn't stop. And I'm like, and then the lady's like, "You probably need to go." And I'm like, "She probably won $50. It's fine." And she was like, they don't go over there with that cart for $50.
No,
She's
they don't.
like, "I'll hold your chips here. Go over there." And I was glad I finally went over there.
Absolutely.
That was, yes, yeah.
It's fun, and it's a crazy feeling. It really is. And people start gathering around.
Yeah.
And it's like, holy cow. And then I was scared because I had all this money in my pocket, and I had to get back up to the room.
For what? There were slot machines there.
Well,
there was
I'm not
table
gonna
games there.
I'm not going to walk around with 17 grand in my pocket.
Oh, come on.
Dude, are you kidding me? I know me. So I had to take it up to the room and put it in the safe.
And then how many times did you go up the room and check on it and take a little out?
Fortunately for us, we were leaving that day.
Oh.
So we the timing was perfect. But I think I've lost every time since now. So it's like, yeah.
I had a weekend like that. It was a bad weekend, and we're going to the airport. This was actually when, somewhere in the 90s, because it was a lot of money. But it was like, we're going, and like, all right, I'm going to throw $20 more in this machine before we catch a cab and go to the airport.
Yeah.
And I won like $800.
That's what I'm saying.
And went to the airport.
That's the perfect time.
Yeah, but it's spitting out in all the quarters. It took forever, and we almost missed our flight.
Well, dude, and then the problem is you get to the airport, and guess what? More slot machines.
Yeah.
What, some dude won like some $2 or $3 million at the airport? On a machine I know I've played before in there.
Well, we were waiting for a plane one time, and some dude won a whole lot of money, and you were mad as hell at him.
Well, yeah. I don't like to see other people win. I'm not that kind of guy.
You are such a...
I'm not that kind of guy. I don't want to see other people win. I want to see me win. Me or my wife. Either one.
Oh, yeah. When I went over there, he gets mad.
Dude, it's like... unbelievable. But it'll be fun.
And if you're playing blackjack and you're doing it the right way and your card screws Reinagel even though you were playing the right way, he gets mad then too.
No, I don't get mad at that. I get mad if some jackass does something stupid. Yeah.
Well, this is true. But even if you're winning at the table and he's not, he gets mad.
Well, I mean, I don't like to lose. I'm a competitor that way.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't like to lose.
Mm-hmm.
Good stuff. Cowboys are back in Oxnard, getting ready for their first preseason game. In fact, they fly to Seattle tomorrow.
Yep.
They will play the Seahawks Saturday night. You can listen to the game right here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Sir, what time's that game start, Pledge? You know off the top of your head? 7 o'clock? Okay, so yeah, you can listen to it right here. So it's going to be interesting, and I'm watching it for a couple of reasons. Now that I know that Caleb Downs and Malachi Lawrence will play. I'm not sure if they'll play tomorrow or Saturday, I should say, but they will play at some point in time during the preseason. I want to see the quarterback battle. And I know that's weird because, again, if Dak goes down, the Cowboys are screwed. But
yeah, I think
maybe.
Yeah, I think it's been a very highly competitive contest. I think, Joe's talent and ability to throw the football and athleticism jumps off the practice field when you see it. I think Sam's doing a great job of moving the team. But at the end of the day, the preseason games, they're going to play really the entire preseason, and that's where the bulk of the evaluation will be. But I would say it's a very good back and forth.
A good back and forth. It's going to be interesting to see because I think the Cowboys have some high hopes for Joe Milton, and they would like to see him develop into something that maybe, I don't know, down the line, who knows? Although I don't think he's NFL quarterback one material necessarily
yet
at all. So they've still got to have some work to do, I think. But who backs up Prescott? And most people think it's going to be Sam Howell just because of his experience.
Well, his experience, and we saw Joe Milton last year. Now, one of the things that just from training camp a year ago to what my own eyes saw at training camp this year in Oxnard, Joe Milton has figured out how to dial back his fastball a little bit. Because last year, it didn't matter if you were 5 yards or 25 yards away from him, he was firing that ball in there. He's developed a little bit of a touch on his throws, and he still throws a pretty deep ball. So it will be interesting to see him in a game if that translates. The other position that I want to watch is backup running back, because the Cowboys have brought in a couple of guys, and they're not going to be able to keep them all. Malik Davis and, the kid they brought up from the UFL, Corbin, who played in San Antonio a couple of years ago for the Brahmas. Phil Moffa's in that mix. And the expectations on Jaden Blue. Yet Jaden Blue, we've seen him fumble in practices. He fumbled in that joint practice. Mm-hmm. And Brian Schottenheimer talked about Jaden Blue and fumbling.
Yeah, ball can't go on the ground, but one fumble doesn't make for camp. He's having a really good camp, both he and Phil Maffa. I thought he rebounded from that, had some of his more physical runs, inside in the A and the B gaps, and there's a cool crack replace play where he was up on the corner and put his shoulder down. I thought that was really cool. So, he knows he's got to protect the ball, but didn't overcoach it.
You know what's funny about that is I saw a little online debate, or maybe it was there, but they just tweeted about it, between Calvin Watkins and I can't remember who the other one was, reporters in Dallas, about hand size, and that maybe Blue's hands are small. They're certainly smaller than Maffa's and Javonte Williams. And is that the issue with him losing the football?
If he's got fumble issues, then that's something that they got to look at. But a lot of times, he's played a whole lot of football through high school and through the University of Texas and 1 year in the NFL. It's about ball security. And a lot of times when you look at his fumbles, do you look at it and go, man, he just can't hang on to the ball, or is he holding the ball carelessly? When he's about to absorb contact, especially when he sees it coming, does he take that extra step to put his other arm on there and worry about ball security? And that's coaching, and that's habits, and going back to the basic fundamentals of football. One of the other things that Brian was talking about, because remember yesterday or Tuesday, he was like, well, hey, hard to talk until I watch the film. All right, Coach, well, now you've watched the film. What were your thoughts on that joint practice?
I marked a couple notes. I thought we were really good in the red zone offensively. Really nice job. Turp had a couple touchdowns. CD had a couple touchdowns. Really good physicality in the run game, against, what I think is a very physical defense. We didn't block movement very well up front in the run game. We got to get our eyes up. It's kind of been something consistent even through camp. Offensive line blocking, got to get their eyes up, anticipating movement. On defense, I thought the play style was felt. The demeanor, the way these guys attacked it. I thought the turnovers were great, and there was a couple, when I say turnovers, a couple fourth down stops as well. Areas we need to improve. A little bit soft in coverage. A few times it was a little bit airy. This is a very tight match group, but some mental errors and things like that provided too much space that we haven't really done. So get to the bottom of that. And on special teams, we were absolutely dominant on the outside with the gunners and the vice work that we did. It was really cool to see, showed it to the team this morning, and areas we need to improve on teams. Punt protection, from our splits, our alignment, how we punch and strike. But overall, I thought it was a very competitive deal. And, like I said, the film showed that our guys played the right way.
And that's good. And look, camp has been good. I don't think there's any question or anybody could say otherwise. I think the Cowboys have had a good camp. Still got some time left. They get back from Seattle. They'll have the Saints in for another joint practice, and then they'll come back home and resume things there. But I think by all accounts, especially the defense, and not saying anything bad about the offense because they're just doing what they do, but that defense, to me, has been the highlight of camp. And should have Cowboy fans hopeful that this year is going to be much different than the past couple.
And again, it can't get worse defensively than what you saw, but you heard him talk about soft coverage. In that first depth chart that got released, they have an or at corner between Durant and Siobhan Ravel.
Mm-hmm.
And interesting there because, Durant they brought in. Ravel, without the knee injury, was said to be a first-round pick. A full year removed from the ACL, he should be better. And Shadi was talking about that position battle between those two.
Yeah, I mean, watch these guys compete. We still got a ton of practices left. Don't know how much those guys will play in the preseason. But watch them compete. I thought Vaughn had a terrific day the other day. Really battled. A couple back shoulder fade to Devontae that he broke up. Double move to Puka Nacua, where he broke it up. But Kobe's an absolute dog in his play style. I mean, just the guy's an absolute maniac out there, and I love it. So fun battle. You add the nickel part into it as well, and so Kobe has that ability. So just watch these guys keep competing.
Siobhan Ravel's had a good camp, I think, and so we'll see. They need some help in that secondary, and they hope that they do. I'm seeing a thing from Todd Archer here that Dustin Hoffman is in Oxnard today.
The celebrities are out. I mean,
we left.
Well, we did. The big party was last night, and a lot of celebrities in town for that. As Clarence Hill tweets out a picture of Siobhan Ravel breaking up a pass intended for George Pickens because Jerry had his big party last night. Like I said, everybody's there, including Kay Adams today. And she got Brian Schottenheimer to sit down with him, and he talked about, the league is now on notice with the things they want to do with George Pickens.
Infectious personality. He loves football. I mean, we're just beyond thrilled that GP's on this football team. You feel him at practice. He has the best time. He loves football. And what I'll say about George is he is night and day in the meetings right now in terms of dialed in. He wants to be moved around. We're going to move him around, and that's bad news for the rest of the league.
Bad news for the rest of the league, huh? All right, well, we'll see what happens. Pickens playing for a contract, whether with the Cowboys or somebody else. So sometimes that makes a big difference. You just never know. We got to take a break, pay a few bills because, we're a business. We like to make money, as all businesses do, and we don't like bad deals. So we'll take a break. We'll pay a few bills, and we'll be back here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Injuries happen. When they do, skip the ER and get straight to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Conveniently located in the Corey area, they have extended hours Monday through Saturday. They have on-site x-ray casting and bracing. They have everything you need to treat your injury, whether it's a broken bone, a dislocation, a sprain, or a strain. Best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. So if you get injured, get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic. Learn more online at tsaog.com.
You're listening to The Blitz. Afternoons 2 to 6. KTFM Floresville. And everywhere at sasportstar.com.
Less than 4 in 10 kids aged 6 through 12 are playing sports regularly. 4 in 10 kids? Let it sink in. Just 4 in 10 kids. ESPN is building a nationwide coalition powered by Disney called Take Back Sports, with the purpose of training more coaches, expanding access, and creating community-driven sports programming that puts kids and fun first. We're working on that story. We hope you'll join us.
Visit takebacksports.org to learn more.
If you've been hurt by a commercial vehicle, every second counts. The experienced team at Davis Law Firm has helped injured clients for more than 30 years. We know the questions to ask and the evidence to gather to help you get the verdict or settlement you deserve. Many cases often involve severe injuries and complicated investigations. So don't talk to anyone until you talk to the force. Call Davis Law Firm at 444-4444. San Antonio, Austin, Corpus Christi, Laredo, RGV, Permian Basin. Attorney consultation by appointment only.
Awesome Tickets is your personal ticket broker. Big games, big concerts, big events. Need tickets? Stay local and call Awesome Tickets. Stop paying all those crazy fees on ticket apps. Awesome Tickets has your tickets for all the sports, concerts, any city, any event. Avoid the ticket app fees. Since 1994, Awesome Tickets is local and veteran owned. You deserve Awesome Tickets. Call 210-226-5136 or online at awesometix.com. That's awesometix.com.
If you or someone you love is struggling with alcohol or drug use, you do not have to carry it alone. I'm Peter McCarthy of the San Antonio Council on Alcohol and Drug Awareness, known as Cicada. We help people take the next step with compassion, privacy, and no judgment. You do not need all the answers, just a safe place to start. And 90% of our services are provided at no cost. Call Cicada at 210-225-4741. That's 210-225-4741. Or visit cicada.org.
2 hours ago, Kyle arrived at the bar.
Hey, what's everyone drinking?
30 minutes ago, Kyle got his friends another round of drinks.
Cheers!
5 minutes ago, Kyle decided to drive home drunk. A minute ago, a law enforcement officer pulled up behind Kyle.
Sir, have you been drinking tonight?
A chain of events that began 2 hours ago is about to change Kyle's whole world. Drive sober or get pulled over. Paid for by NetSuite.
The Cowboys are back on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Preseason action starts Saturday.
Knock the ball! Touchdown to Pickett!
The Cowboys and the Seahawks. Pregame at 6. Kickoff at 7.
Touchdown, touchdown!
Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds and the Davis Law Firm. San Antonio's home for Dallas Cowboys football.
Touchdown, Cowboys!
94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star. San Antonio's Sports Center.
Washington Commanders quarterback Jaden Daniels has sent a cease and desist letter to LSU informing them they can no longer use his name, image, and likeness. The center of the dispute, according to a statement from Daniels' spokesperson to ESPN, is that the Tigers are allowing sophomore cornerback DJ Pickett to wear the number 5 jersey, which Daniels wore when he became the 3rd ever Heisman Trophy winner at LSU back in 2023.
SportsCenter is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
From the studios of San Antonio's Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to the Blitz. 2 decades on the radio, Jason Minix. 2 decades on TV, Joe Reinagel. 2 San Antonio sports voices you've trusted for years. This is The Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
On a busy Thursday afternoon here in San Antonio, thank you for joining us, whatever you're doing, however you're doing it. We appreciate you stopping by The Blitz. Here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, I'm Joe Reinagel. He is Jason Minix, and who knew Dustin Hoffman was a Cowboy fan? I didn't know that, but he's got a nice little Cowboys hat on. You think Jerry gave him that as he walked in?
No, Jerry sold him that as he entered the building and stopped at the pro shop.
Maybe so. Maybe so.
Why are you so caught up on Dustin Hoffman being out there?
Well, I'm not caught up on it. I just think it's kind of cool.
Yeah.
That's all.
Okay. Celebrities often go out there.
I've never seen a celebrity out there other than Jamie Foxx. It's the only guy I've ever seen out there at Cowboys camp.
Denzel's been out there.
Has he?
Yeah.
All right. I guess I missed him.
Well, when you're on TV, you'd go for the first couple of days. We tried getting Denzel on the show.
Uh-huh.
He said no.
I wonder why.
I couldn't tell you.
Well,
we did have the dude from, what show was it? Like CSI or something. There's an actor out there, and I forget, but he jumped on with us. But we've seen other celebrities out there. It's close to L.A. They want to go watch.
Yeah, but they're not all Cowboy fans. You got the Rams out there.
Sure.
You got other teams out there. So I just thought it was kind of cool.
Cowboys
Hoffman's out. I won't mention it again. Didn't know it bothered everybody.
Cowboys are going to be good again.
Jeez.
It's crazy, isn't it?
I guess.
I like the fact that on this here program, we don't talk politics. It's kind of one of the rules, unless it involves sports. And I've been looking for the why is the mayor continuing to battle the San Antonio Spurs. Now, originally they were going to have the meeting today, discuss it, and have the city council vote on should there be another vote, a city vote on the new arena coming up in November. That meeting has been pushed to Monday. And I still don't know the why, except maybe and I didn't know this was going on either because I don't really care about politics and all that kind of stuff. I don't follow it daily. I know some of you do. Some of you are going to hear what I'm about to say and go, yeah, where have you been? I had no idea that this was a part of today's city council agenda. But Mark White just posted on Facebook, and maybe this is the why. The look over here because we're what we're doing here. Today, the mayor and 7 other council colleagues took the first vote on the way to officially raising your property taxes. I simply cannot believe that our city government would consider adding to the cost burden our citizens are already dealing with. I said hell no, as I strongly oppose any tax rate increase, and I appreciate Marina Gavito and Misty Spears for standing with me in this fight to keep more of your money in your pocket. So apparently, and I have no idea, they had a vote today. Now he calls it the first step, the first vote on the way to raising property taxes. But could that be one of the reasons why? Hey, you know what? We're about to raise property taxes. It has nothing to do with the arena, but we're raising property taxes. So you know what? Instead of focusing on that and the arrows that would be coming with talk of property tax increases, why don't we pick a fight with the San Antonio Spurs, because that's going to get all the attention while we do some dirty work over here in the dark.
Well, I'm just saying, I've seen that before, that was a possibility. I didn't know they were going to vote on it.
Well, see, that's where I'm at. I've heard that might happen because of this $158 million deficit, but I didn't know we were at the point where they might actually be voting on that.
Well, I wasn't aware of that either. I've also heard that they're going to take away some city funds from some nonprofit groups as well, which, you know, so just hearing about that, I'm not sure it's a bait and switch necessarily. I just think it's she's trying to figure out a way to, I guess, bring some money into the city.
Sure.
But, you know, property taxes are such a bad word.
Yep.
They really are. And again, I hope that this is, nobody's saying that this is tied to what's happening downtown with the Spurs Arena. This is just something completely separate and completely different because your property taxes aren't going up, at least this portion of it, because of the Spurs Arena. Now, what happens with the bonds and how they pay for that, I'm not really up on that. But this is just raising your property taxes, period. So, you know, I don't know. But I'm happy that Mark White and I guess 2 other council folks stepped up and said no.
Although, I mean, 7 did, so that's, you know, more than the majority. And again, not calling bait and switch, but what have all the stories and the talking points and everything been for the last several weeks? It's been about an arena vote, not about the property taxes and various programs that rely on those city funds that could be on the chopping block. You know, those stories would be dominating the news cycle if it weren't for the arena vote and all these listening sessions. So it feels like the distraction game being played because she knows this is a losing effort, whatever happens on Monday. You know, by all accounts, she has the support of 1, if not 2, but she's not going to have the majority. She's even said she's hoping to change people's mind on city council, but she knows right now she doesn't have enough votes to get a win. But I didn't know this was a part of today's agenda, that there would be a vote. I know there's been a lot of talk about property taxes while they're trying to solve the budget, but I didn't know that we were at the point where we were voting. Now, today's vote, by all accounts from what Mark White said, it's the first vote in the road to raising property taxes, which apparently hasn't happened in a long time. But, you know, again, you always look for the why. That's as good of a reason. Let's talk about something else while we work on this, which nobody is ever happy when you hear about property taxes going up.
Well,
nobody.
Look, again, if you're a TV outlet here in San Antonio or a real journalist that writes about city council stuff and politics downtown, you should the Spurs Arena should be secondary now. This should be mentioned. And if this is what is happening, then, you know, screw the Spurs Arena vote because that's already been voted on and we shouldn't be talking about it anyway.
Yep.
But now you should be talking about that. See, here's what's irritating. And look, I'm not in politics. I never will be, have no desire to be. And this is with all due respect,
Uh-oh.
politicians, this is the easy way out. I would just raise taxes. Let's just do that. And it's frustrating,
Well,
but
you can't cut a program.
Well, of course not, because it's just easy. Well, we'll raise taxes. That's the easy way to do it. Raise your taxes, and that'll take care of everything. That's the easy way out. And I tell you what, the more I get involved with city politics, the more I hate it. I really do, because what's going on down there is just a bizarre circus.
And I'm glad that there are people that want to do that. Why? I don't know why people, it's like being on the HOA board. Unless your name's Karen, what are you doing that for? Why would you put yourself through all that, right? It's just frustrating. But I did not know that was a part of today's meeting, and especially knowing that originally the Spurs stuff was supposed to be a part of the meeting, and we were trying to figure out why did it get moved to Monday. And maybe this is why, because they said, we have some real city business, Mayor, that we have to talk about. So we want to do a special meeting. Let's make it on a Monday because we've got to get to this. And I don't know that I'll do some research because, like I said, I read that during the commercial break and went, what the heck was that all about?
I'm not sure, and I mean this in all sincerity, and again, not smart enough to know, and there's probably a great example or a great explanation for it. This city, there's got to be money coming in. Is there not?
Sure.
So is it being mismanaged? I just don't understand how you go. And now deficits are pretty irregular basis. I mean, I know we have a huge one in the federal government for sure, and a lot of cities do. But it's just, I don't know. I'm not smart enough to know. And again, we talk politics when it deals with sports. And if that's what she's doing, trying to get people's mind off of it, that should change right now. Because there's no reason to talk about this Spurs vote because it's not going to change on Monday. What people should be talking about, and I hope, and all the colleagues that I used to work with in TV, this is what you should be talking about, and you should let people know that they're about to raise your property taxes.
Yep.
So we'll see what happens. I don't know. Glad you saw that, though. Did the vote pass? So it did pass today.
It's the first vote, according to what he wrote on Facebook.
Well, how many votes do you need?
I don't know.
Well, I mean, he didn't say?
He didn't say. He said it's the first vote on the way to. And 7 voted for it. 3, Mark White and 2 others, voted against it, saying, quote, hell no.
Well, way to take the easy way out, y'all. Raise taxes. That's it. We'll do that. That'll solve everything. Oh, my goodness. Well, since we talked to city politics, we probably shouldn't talk about the Spurs because it's time to talk about property taxes being raised. Oh, my goodness. Let's talk about Jaden Daniels.
Yeah.
Because you talk about a crybaby. If you're a Washington Commanders, Redskins, whatever they are these days, fan, you ought to be embarrassed by your quarterback today. We'll tell you why when we continue here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Let me ask you a question. You don't want to spend money frivolously because, well, you may have to pay more in property taxes. Let me tell you something. If you're running your air conditioner constantly and your house isn't cooling off, maybe there's a reason for that. Maybe it's because your windows are just not what they used to be, and they're letting all that cold air get out of your house, and it's not cooling off your house the way that it normally does. Well, you've got a great opportunity to fix that right now with a great company called Window Nation. They've got a great sale going on right now that you can take advantage of. You can get 50% off all window styles. All right, 50% off. So just think about that. What they're offering you is 2-for-1 windows. You want to replace 2 windows, you're only going to pay for 1. You want to replace 4, you're only going to 2. You know what I'm talking about, so on and so forth. If you've been thinking about replacing your windows or wanted to talk to somebody about doing that, Window Nation is the company that you need to keep in mind. Let them at least give you, let them talk to you. Because I tell you what, once they talk to you, you are going to be convinced that they're the company that needs to do the job. They've been around for a long time. They make all their own windows. They make sure they are properly installed, that they fit perfectly. They got an A+ rating from the Better Business Bureau. 96% customer satisfaction rating, 45,000 five-star reviews. I mean, this company is legit. They've installed over 3 million windows across this beautiful country of ours. They're also a proud partner of the Wounded Warrior Project. This is a legit company that will do it right. They will take care of you. They offer a lifetime warranty, by the way, on all of their windows. So there you go. If something goes wrong 10 years from now, Window Nation's going to take care of it. That's what they do. Don't wait to put an end to your window problems. You want to schedule a fast, free consultation. You can do it right now. Just go to windownation.com. That website again is windownation.com.
Every team is undefeated. Every rookie looks like a star. Every fan is planning a parade. The latest training camp updates are here.
We're ready for some football, baby.
94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
The Gomez Law Firm is proud to be San Antonio's trusted personal injury law firm for the past 50 years. We have Jose with the Gomez Law Firm here with us. Your firm has been fighting for the people of San Antonio since 1973. That's incredible.
There are not a lot of businesses that stick around for even 50 years, let alone personal injury law firms.
If you have been injured in an accident or hit by a company vehicle, then turn to the law firm that will fight for you. Visit joegomezlaw.com.
And remember, Gomez Law fights.
T-Mobile has an exclusive bundle for customers 55 and up.
I'm Sarah Bowl.
Yeah, I'm Frank Bowl.
A reliable network is key for us. And with T-Mobile, it's been wonderful. And going to the 55 plus plan saved us so much money.
A lot.
And that's important. Trying to keep costs down. The home internet's been perfect. It's fast, it's quick. The setup was so easy, it took less than 15 minutes.
It was like, ta-da! If you want simplicity, coverage, reliability, you want the whole package, T-Mobile has it.
Right now, T-Mobile customers 55 and up can get 2 phone lines on America's best network, plus America's fastest 5G home internet for just $30 each.
$30 per month each line with autopay plus taxes and fees. Minimum age 55. Pricing for home internet rely on 2 lines of essentials. Choice 55. $35 connection charge per line required. Best mobile network and fastest 5G home internet based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data 2H 2025. All rights reserved.
This is the story of the one. As a maintenance engineer at a beverage manufacturing plant, he starts his day knowing every line is ready to run because Grainger delivers the industrial-grade products he needs to keep mixers, conveyors, and packaging equipment moving. With Grainger's vast selection of bearings, belts, and motors, he keeps operations running smoothly, so nothing grinds to a halt. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Football season is almost here, and just in time for kickoff, the new Roo Pub will be open in New Braunfels, in Creekside near the Buc-ee's. You know the Roo Pub has proven to be the best place to watch any big game, any big event, and the New Braunfels location will be no different. Heading to the coast, check out the Roo Pub in Rockport, and of course the OG Roo Pub at 281 in Redland Road is the perfect place for your fantasy draft. Roo Pub number 3, opening soon in New Braunfels. We'll see you at the Roo.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack, but not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter. This is Brad Sham, and you're listening to South Texas's home for Dallas Cowboys football, 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Back here on San Antonio Sports Star, it is the Blitz. We're happy you're joining us on this Thursday afternoon. Whatever you're doing, however you're doing, I hope it's a good Thursday for everybody listening out there. Appreciate you stopping by and visiting with us for a few minutes. I'm Joe. He's Jason. Boy, so much going on. It's incredible with training camps, and you got preseason football tonight. You got the politics of the city of San Antonio, which just seems to be a real mess. Lots happening. And then you've got a crybaby quarterback for the Washington Commandskins.
This is one of the more you've got to be kidding me stories that dropped today. And, it's almost like with the mayor. What's the why? Well, with Jaden, apparently his feelings are hurt because another player for LSU got jersey number 5. Now, Lane Kiffin said he was promised 5 before Lane Kiffin got there. Now Lane Kiffin has to deal with this. But deal with what? I mean, Joe Burrow has yet to have his number officially retired by LSU. Joe Burrow had a perfect season and won a national championship with one of the greatest teams ever assembled. Jaden Daniels won a Heisman. He was great there, but he didn't win a national championship.
He lost 3 games.
He didn't win a national championship. And by all accounts, he feels disrespected. He doesn't get treated like Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow won a national championship. But, again, the Heisman is a very exclusive club. But there's no rule anywhere that says if you win the Heisman, your jersey gets retired, right?
No. Since when is that a rule? It's not. It's up to the school to do that if they want to do that.
But isn't it respect? Because that's what he's like. If you respected what I did there, you would not give my number to somebody.
No.
Could you imagine if Frank Harris said, you know what, nobody else can ever have that number because I own it for UTSA. And UTSA, what they've done is 2-1-0. Those are for the elite athletes. It's an honor to wear that, similar to what the Cowboys have sort of created with the 88 Club.
Well, and they look, the Cowboys don't retire jerseys, although there are some jerseys that are off limits, number 8, number 12. I mean,
74,
those
22.
Those are not going to be ever used again, but they're not officially retired. For Jaden Daniels to get all upset with LSU giving his number 5 to somebody else, and Lane Kiffin explained it, saying that the kid wanted that number, so they gave it to him. They didn't think that much about it. And now you've got Jaden Daniels all upset. My problem is Jaden Daniels, you're a member of the Washington Commanders now. You don't play for LSU. And, in fact, you didn't even play your entire career at LSU. And so I'm not sure exactly why he's so upset by this. It doesn't make any sense. You've never heard Joe Burrow do that, although I thought it was funny. Lane Kiffin was asked, well, would you give number 9 to somebody? And
no.
I can't answer that. Of course not. But look, if you're looking at the 2, a Heisman Trophy winner, it just begs the question. I mean, should that be an understood part of the game that if you win a Heisman Trophy, your jersey's retired?
Well, I mean, the reality is maybe. I don't know. I know, like at Oklahoma, you win a Heisman, they build a statue. But I don't know that they retire jerseys. And jersey retirement in college seems I mean, jersey retirements are tough. Eventually, like the Spurs retire too many numbers, right? And
yes.
and then eventually, what numbers are going to be available? Then you get, well, yeah, we'll give them permission to wear this one, or we'll give them permission to wear that one. You have a Ring of Honor. You have, whatever you want to call your Ring of Honor, and you don't retire jerseys. For Jaden Daniels to feel disrespected because they issued jersey number 5 to another kid. I mean, college rosters are so big, you've got guys out there with the same jersey number. One plays on offense and one plays on defense. That happens all the time.
He sends a cease and desist letter for LSU to try and prevent them from using anything that his name is on or his likeness is on. And I'm not sure if that's going to hold water or not, but I just don't understand it. I mean, move on. You want to get your jersey retired or get into a Ring of Honor, be the best quarterback that the Washington team has ever had. How about that? That should be your concentration. That should be what you're focused on, not what they're doing at LSU, for goodness sake. Move on and be a pro quarterback.
Now, in Jaden's defense, and I like Jaden Daniels.
Sure.
I do. He posted on social media a little while ago, I have been locked in on training camp, and that's been my number one focus. I have a lot of gratitude for my time at LSU, and I'm proud of what my teammates and I accomplished there. Obviously, there are issues to be worked out between my team and LSU, and my hope is that it will get done privately. My sole personal focus is on Commanders football. I realize the business of football is unique, and I trust this can all be resolved. I do wonder, though, from a business standpoint, in this world of name, image, and likeness, is he expecting to get paid because LSU does promote the fact that he went there. But he went there. He got paid very well to go there. He won a Heisman. They should. I saw a report where he asked for the replica Heisman trophy that LSU has to be sent back, and they told him to kick rocks. And you go to any university, I mean, they celebrate their great players. I don't know that they get paid for it, but the fact that you feel disrespected because your jersey number was given to somebody else?
Yeah, it's unbelievable. He's not doing himself any favors. I mean, LSU fans love him. But, I mean, this is not going to go over well, I don't assume, with LSU fans. It just makes no sense to me, and you wonder why people do that and why he's concerning himself with what's going on at LSU and what jerseys they're handing out is beyond me when you are a professional quarterback now in the National Football League.
You know, RG3, who is also a Heisman Trophy winner, had a great tweet about this situation earlier. And again, RG3, former Washington quarterback. Jersey retirements are an honor, not something to be demanded, not something to strong-arm a school to do. And it creates a rift between Jaden Daniels and LSU fans, and as passionate as that fan base is. And he tweets out, if you're asking LSU fans now to choose between 10-3 Jaden Daniels and 15-0 national champion Joe Burrow smoking a cigar, LSU fans are going to pick Joe Burrow in all caps every single time. And he's right. And this creates a massive distraction for the Commanders going into this season. And it will be a distraction because this is dumb on the part of Jaden Daniels and, quite frankly, Jaden Daniels' legal team. The fact that this is out, and I'm sure this is out because somebody at LSU saw this and went, well, this is stupid. This is stupid. Birds up, dude. We'll embarrass the hell out of you.
I don't get it. He's too good of a quarterback to get caught up in something like this and celebrate. You won a Heisman Trophy. You're good, and LSU fans will endear you forever because of that. I guarantee you they will, but not when you're going to pull stuff like this. Then you're just going to piss people off, and that's all you're going to do. And look, he's too good of a quarterback. He's too good of a guy to do this. And I'm hoping maybe it wasn't his idea. He just kind of went along with somebody that said,
you know what? Is he getting bad advice?
Maybe. I hope that's the case because, I don't know, Jaden Daniels doesn't look like or sound like the type of guy that would get all butthurt about something like this.
Mike Garofalo has the letter from Jaden Daniels' attorney, Adam Kenner, to LSU football, where he says the program, quote, must immediately cease and desist from any further use, display, publication, distribution, promotion, commercialization, or other exploitation of Mr. Daniels' name, image, and likeness in any manner or medium.
I would assume that any judge would look at that and rip it. I mean, in all honesty, how can you tell a university that you can't use a kid that played there, his name, image, and likeness? That makes no sense to me. And I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. Maybe there is a way to do that, but I'm just saying it just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, well, and again, I don't know. I'm sure there's banners around LSU with Jaden Daniels on it because they want to celebrate their Heisman Trophy winner. His name's probably somewhere near the stadium. They probably still sell number 5 Jaden Daniels jerseys in the bookstore, just like, you go to any school. I mean, Aggie fans tell me, are they still selling number 2 up there in College Station? Yeah. What about 10s in Austin? Yeah. I mean, and he didn't win a Heisman, but he won a national championship.
He did.
VY. I know, Dat Wynn still has a banner up there. And schools want to celebrate their great players. And they can do that and still give away, I don't know, let somebody else wear that jersey. And to think nobody else will ever wear that. Unless he was told that somewhere along the way. And in today's world of business, is there a business agreement between Jaden Daniels and LSU that we're unaware of right now? That could ultimately make sense. I know, and I don't know what the rules are today, but I remember Wayne McGarity telling me how pissed he was that his photo in a Longhorn uniform used to be at the Austin airport, but he tried to use that same photo in the NCAA video game, and he wasn't allowed to do it. It was him, but he wasn't allowed to do it. I know that, like when Dat Wynn worked here, we were able to take a Cowboy photo of that win, but we had to kind of Photoshop out the star so it kind of looked like it, and same with the Aggies. So, players aren't allowed to use their image unless they buy it, but our universities are, because you went there, and that was probably part of your agreement when you did it.
Well, again, and look, I think Daniels is trying to walk this thing back. He released what he said, and he's focused on Washington, and that's his sole focus, and because he's probably caught a lot of hell.
Sure.
I mean, I would assume he's caught a lot of hell on social media, on Twitter, on wherever, and he's trying to walk it back now. And that's why I have to believe that maybe this wasn't all Jaden Daniels' idea, and it was somebody else in his camp, a lawyer, a relative, or whatever, maybe his agent, who knows. But I don't see Jaden Daniels being all butthurt about this. I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt.
I'm not, because his agent isn't doing this without his knowledge.
Perhaps.
Jaden Daniels' feelings clearly hurt, and his agent fired off a letter and a cease and desist. I can't believe that there would be a business relationship between an athlete of that status, or an athlete of any status for that matter, that the agent would just do that without the consent and agreement of the player. Now, Jaden might be getting bad advice, and maybe he got pissed off, the agent, did you see this? Can you believe they get, oh, yeah, can't do that. Screw that. What can we do? This is what we do. All right, go. Maybe, or did he pick up the phone and call his agent and say, this is bullcrap, do something about it? I'll send a cease and desist, but I'm not letting Jaden Daniels off the hook that he didn't have anything to do with it.
Well, who knows? It's kind of sad in my mind, because I like him.
Yeah,
he's a good player, and I hate the fact that
I can like him and still say he was stupid on this.
Well, I get it, but this is just something you don't need to worry about. You got enough to worry about. Learn the playbook and stay healthy.
Well, even in his statement, he said there are issues to resolve. So that's his statement. He's trying to stay above the drama with his statement, saying my focus is on my NFL job, but there's issues to resolve with LSU. So clearly, even in his own statement, he recognizes that he's not happy with his university, his second university at that, because he did start his career at Arizona State. And I'm a big Jaden Daniels fan. I remember when Erica first went out to Arizona State, he was a young freshman, and nobody knew anything about him except Herm Edwards told me this kid was going to be good. But you go back and look at some of the videos of the way his teammates acted when he left them heading towards Arizona State, or leaving Arizona State heading to LSU.
Well, again, I hope LSU tells him where to go, and I really do. And if they have to stop, then stop. Who cares? It really doesn't matter. And Jaden Daniels shouldn't concern himself with this, but LSU needs to stand firm, because if they don't, they're going to have this issue with a lot of former players. And I know not all of them are Heisman Trophy winners, but you think Joe Burrow might be looking at this? Maybe not, because I think Joe Burrow's got bigger fish to fry, and Jaden Daniels needs to fry the same fish, for goodness sake. It's unbelievable.
I can't wait for Washington's first game. And you know how the players introduce themselves and give their university? And Jaden Daniels has to resort to his high school because ASU doesn't like him anymore. Now LSU is pissed at him.
Well, I hope he does. Yeah, I hope he does. I don't know how any players now introduce themselves and say what college they went to.
You got 48 seconds for this intro?
Yeah.
I started here. I went there. I had a cup of coffee here. I mean, if you're Jaden Daniels, you should claim LSU. You won a Heisman Trophy there. And that should be celebrated and won't be forgotten. But, I mean, he's mad at his university because they gave away his number to somebody else.
Jaden, play football for the Washington Commanders.
Yeah,
That's
Lane
all you need to
Kiffin
worry
at his
about.
press conference. Man, I got to talk about this crap.
La Cuca Cucaroo. La Cuca Cucaroo.
There you go. We needed to laugh. We'll hear Jerry singing. Let's listen to more Jerry singing, and if you can figure out what the hell and sing that song better, dial us up, 210-656-3776.
We got a prize for you, I'm sure. This is the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You know, nobody ever plans on getting arrested, but it does happen to a lot of people every day for all kinds of reasons. If you get arrested, you want to get out of jail fast, Best way to do that, call my good friend Albert and his great staff at AA Best Bail Bonds. The phone number is 210-225-2121. You can also text the word bail to 474747 or even start the bonding process online. Just go to mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else to get out of jail, and you don't want to be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you a PR bond, make sure you truly understand what all those conditions are before accepting it. Your best option for stress-free bail bonds is AA Best Bail Bonds. Nobody beats their price. They offer payment plans, have a free shuttle service. They are discreet and confidential and open 24/7. Offices all over San Antonio and Texas, services nationwide. So if you're up in Dallas, down in Corpus, anywhere in between, license number 149. Call AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121, or go online, mybestbailbonds.com.
The Cowboys are back on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Preseason action starts Saturday.
Knock the ball! Touchdown to Pickens!
The Cowboys and the Seahawks. Pregame at 6. Kickoff at 7.
Touchdown, touchdown!
Presented by AA Best Bail Bonds and the Davis Law Firm. San Antonio's home for Dallas Cowboys football.
Touchdown, Cowboys!
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Life is meant to be lived in motion, in the moment, on the go. If a sports injury or chronic pain threatens to slow you down, hold you back, or take you out of the game, Christus Health is here, right where you live, with complete personalized orthopedic care. Because you have a lot of games to play, miles to go, and life to live. Christus Health, your life, our purpose. Find care near you at christushealth.org.
Baseball season is in full swing, and there's no better place to be than Kalshi, America's #1 prediction market platform. Last week, Boston was trading at 9% to win it all, meaning a $100 trade pays out $1,052 with a win. On Kalshi, you're trading against peers in a live market. As the probability changes, you can buy in and out of your position. Download the Kalshi app and use code UPDATE to get up to $500 in bonus credits when you trade $25. Kalshi, trade on anything. 18 plus only, must be present in state where it is legal to trade. Event contract trading involves risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Prices, values, and available markets may differ from those mentioned. Bonus credits do not expire. Restrictions and eligibility requirements apply. For more information, see kalshi.com/regulatory.
Imagine 5 years without buying soap, shampoo, detergent, or any household cleaners. Buy a Kinetico water softener today and get a free K5 drinking station plus 5 years of pure and gentle products. Hurry, this offer ends August the 31st. Call Kinetico now.
Hi, I am Officer Sarai Walton with the San Antonio Police Department. SAPD is always hiring, and you can apply online if you think you have what it takes to become part of the SAPD family. Submit your application at sapdcareers.com. Once you submit your application, you will be contacted to begin the process. The San Antonio Police Department is always hiring. Start your journey to a rewarding career by applying online at sapdcareers.com. That is sapdcareers.com.
Progressive presents a guided meditation.
Hear the birds sing, a chipmunk nibbling on an acorn. Smell the pine needles gently falling into your living room as the breeze blows through the gaping hole in your roof. Gaze up at that broken tree branch and relax, because you bundled your home and auto with Progressive and have the peace of mind of 24/7 protection. So relaxing.
Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states or situations.
AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson in the morning.
Coming up on the AJ and Rob Show, we've got a bunch of NFL games to review and a handful more to preview, plus a big UFC fight this weekend. Rob, plenty going on.
Plenty on the sports world. And what you doing this weekend? No movies, but lots of heat. It's going to be a busy day. Party starts at 6.
AJ and Rob, weekday mornings 6 to 10. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Little vanilla ice, huh?
Here we go.
Hey, it sounds just like it.
Here we got it.
Yeah, whatever. It's the Blitz 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Happy you're along on this Thursday afternoon. Man, the week, it's already Thursday.
It's already Thursday. For some, it's Friday.
For some, it is. Well, just happy everybody's along. We appreciate it. I'm Joe. He's Jason. Jerry Jones, you'd agree he's a good dude.
Oh, Jerry's a great dude.
Right?
Jerry is Jerry. And Jerry did an interview with DallasCowboy.com, their Spanish side, with Amber Garcia. And this is just funny as hell.
La cuca cucaroo, la cuca cucaroo, Paloma.
I heard you were awarded in San Antonio a mariachi title. Can you tell us what that title was?
Well, I'm so proud of it because I love mariachi music. But I was the Grand Master for the year of mariachi. I had my picture on the in New York Times with the mariachi, and of course was there for all of the competition. Can't tell you what a fan I am now of mariachi music. It just exudes the kind of energy and the kind of competition that I would like the Cowboys to mirror in its music.
What is it about mariachi that you like so much? What does it make you feel?
La cuca cucaroo, la cuca cucaroo, Paloma. I love the great traditional music of Mexico. Love the energy that mariachi brings, and it just excites me. We cherish our Hispanic fans and our Mexican fans. It's very important to us that we have, as a part of the perception and of the Dallas Cowboys, that we have the overt demonstration of how much we appreciate our Mexican fans.
The singing is less than
it's
spectacular,
perfect.
but it's Jerry.
La cuca cucaroo, Paloma.
I love it. I love it. And Amber Garcia, give her a ton of credit. There's no way in hell she knew Jerry was going to start singing to her, and she did not just lose it. She started a little bit. That was hilarious. Can you sing that song better than Jerry?
I cannot. I don't even know what La Cuca Cucaroo means.
Well, maybe Mario does. Hey, Mario, you're on the Blitz. What's up, man?
I thought he was trying to sing the Copacabana song. I know Joe's old enough to know that song.
Well,
but,
obviously you know it too.
Well, that's because I've seen it in movies.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
You were going to say your grandpa used to sing it.
Yeah.
La cuca cucaroo, la cuca cucaroo, Paloma.
All right, Mario, are you going to try to sing that better?
Oh, hell no. Jerry did it better than I could.
All right. So somebody said that's like a crazy parrot or something. Is that what that means?
I have no idea.
La Cuca Cucaroo.
And Mario doesn't know either. He's just trying to get a free prize. You got to sing for the supper and then try to tell us what that means.
Yeah, I kind of want to know what it means. I mean, somebody's
got to know.
Somebody. I thought they did on the YouTube page.
Do you trust them?
Well, not some.
I mean, it was too all over the place for me to trust any of this.
Some better than others, that's for sure. But yeah, somebody call in if you know what that means. I mean, I know there's a lot of you out there, and it's probably a great song. I don't recall that. What's the most popular mariachi song?
You think about it, any restaurant where, they'll almost sing anything, right, that you want. I don't know.
What's the name of that song? There's one in particular that I'm thinking of, and I know you guys know what I'm talking about.
Well, I think we all do. We've all lived in San Antonio long enough. We've all been to meatieres. We've all been somewhere on the Riverwalk or at a restaurant where the mariachis come in, but
you don't know the song. That's what I'm saying. Somebody out there knows what I'm talking about.
Again, I mean, the only time I ever hear that song is in a restaurant, but I don't know what they're playing.
I see somebody's going to come to the rescue right now. Here we go.
I mean, we have a Tejano station in this building, and we have a Norteño station in this building. There's got to be somebody that's going to know the answer to that.
Well, there's got to be somebody because okay, Raul says Paloma is a dove. I thought it was a tequila drink.
Yeah, well, of course you do.
With grapefruit, and that's what I thought.
It is.
Well, I guess it's a parrot, too, or a dove. A paloma is a dove, according to Raul.
But somebody earlier said a paloma was a parrot.
Well, that's
so
is it a dove or a parrot?
Well, that's why I said I don't know that I trust the answers that we're getting.
And La Cuca Cucaroo, or whatever he said, what does that mean? Is that like a crazy dove, or is that a beautiful dove? I mean, we need to know.
Is it a Spanish version of When Doves Cry by Prince?
I'm going to find out the name of that song. It's going to bug the heck out of me. It's a very popular mariachi song.
David, you're on the Blitz. What's going on, man?
Hey guys, I was calling Pledge. I've never really heard the whole version of that song, other than through mariachi here and there, and like the gentleman said before on old Spanish movies. But I compare it similarly to Stevie Nicks singing on the white-winged dove, and where she goes coo, 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 which refers to what the dove, their chirp.
You're losing me, David.
David, yeah.
But that's okay.
Yeah.
We
Manuel, you're on the Blitz. Do you have any idea?
Yeah, I think he was trying to sing La Cucaracha.
No. I found out the name of it.
Google, huh?
Well, yeah. What are some of the most popular songs that mariachi bands sing? It's Volver, or Volver.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
We all heard that one.
It's a very popular one.
But
I happen to like that one.
I don't know if that was what Jerry was trying to sing.
Well, I know it wasn't what he was trying to sing. I'm just saying that's a popular song that mariachi sing. I like.
Pledge, will you run down the hall and see if Alfonso or somebody is here? Make them bring in some headphones and come in and listen to this.
I like mariachi songs.
Well, that ain't Jerry.
No, it's not. But is this the same song Jerry's trying to sing? It sounds a hell of a lot better than Jerry. Wow.
So you're going to say Jerry needs to just do karaoke in the shower, man. Nobody can hear you.
Well, I mean, I'm happy that Jerry likes it.
Paloma.
They say Paloma about the same.
Yeah. Yeah, but he's ordering a drink.
That very nice. Good job, Blitz.
Kuka-ruka-coo.
Kuka-ruka-coo. That's not what Jerry says.
No.
Kuka-ruka-coo. You got to roll the tongue.
La Kuka-kuka-roo. La Kuka-kuka-roo. Paloma.
Down to the gnat's ass.
Good stuff, Jerry. Oh my goodness, Hey, you got to give the guy credit for trying anyway. Hey, me serenade his wife that way. You never know.
You think?
Kuka-kuka-roo.
All right, you do that to your wife. Is that helping or not?
La Kuka-kuka-roo. Sure.
Paloma.
Get her laughing?
Well, I guarantee if I said Paloma, she said, well, yeah, I'll make you one. My wife makes a great Paloma, I'm telling you.
Hey, Miguel, you're on the Blitz. What's up, man?
Yeah, no, just wanted to clarify. They're talking about crying doves, and it's a romantic song. So
crying doves,
cuckoo, and that's about all I got. So
well, not bad. It sounded a lot like Jerry there, Miguel.
That sounds like the dying dove, not a crying dove.
Well, at least Miguel had a little accent. Jerry's like, hey, I'm from Arkansas. We said kookaroo. Why
are cougars now coming into this?
Why not?
Are you cougar hunting?
Kookaroo.
I mean, it's a romantic song, and you're going cougar hunting?
I'm not sure.
In a Paloma to go?
They're talking about crying doves.
Crying doves. Miguel, you're the man. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it,
man. Thank you.
Crying doves.
Yeah. Hey, Miguel. All right, Miguel hung up.
Yeah, he did.
All right.
That was Miguel we were talking to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Adam, from KSAT said it's an old song about Johnny Walker Blue.
Oh, you think? I mean, for Jerry, it might be.
Yeah, I know it is. That's what he's thinking about.
You never know.
Yeah, well.
You never know. Pledge is going to run down the hall and see if Alfonso or somebody from Norteño is in the building that can actually give us a good translation. And if it's Alfonso still here in the building, Alfonso actually might sing the song.
You think so?
Oh, he's that talented.
He's that guy. Huh?
Yeah, Alfonso is that guy.
Well, he is a very talented dude. I would like somebody to be able to do that. It'd be awesome.
Absolutely, it would be. Let's see. He's not in there?
Oh, that's too bad. You know, when you need somebody, they're never here.
Exactly.
What's going on? Maybe we'll get Dax in here. He can sing it.
Who?
La cuca cucaroo. La cuca cucaroo.
Morgan?
Paloma.
Hell no. Maybe Jam. Jam might know.
It's funny stuff.
I have no idea.
I'm not sure
But
either.
apparently crying doves. They could also sound like dying doves, depending on your auto-tune. Although, again, give Jerry credit. I mean, to just break out in song like that,
he likes mariachi music. And I think, I don't know if you got a heart in your chest if you don't like mariachi.
Well, sure.
music.
Who doesn't?
I mean, everybody loves it.
And if you're ever at a Cowboys game, they have the mariachis there every game. Hey, Paul, you're on the Blitz. What's up, man?
Hey, I was thinking Joe Ryan-Eagle was talking about a popular mariachi. Yes, Volver is one, and there's also El Rey.
El Rey, yeah.
They play that one. They play that one at the Spurs game every once in a while.
All right. So, what's your favorite, Paul? Do you got a favorite?
That one, El Rey, is my favorite.
All right. Cool.
It's Vicente Fernandez.
All right. Well, cool, man. Everybody likes mariachi music. I mean, it's everybody does. It just makes you happy.
It does. And generally, you're somewhere and it's fun, it's festive,
right.
You're drinking,
having a few
there's
drinks.
palomas.
It's good food.
Yeah.
Your stress goes down.
Exactly. I agree with you. We need a mariachi band in here.
There's got to be some mariachi players that are listening to the program right now.
Well, yeah. Or they're getting ready for their gig tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, mariachi, it's Thursday night, right? I'm assuming that Thursday's a big night for, I don't know, they do. There might be some restaurants that have it every night. I'm not sure, but I would think Thursday, Friday, Saturday, they'd be in there.
Or every night.
Well, that'd be okay, too.
Every night. Let's see, where are we going? Eric, you're on the Blitz. What's going on, man?
Yeah, I was calling about that. You guys having a debate over a song? Paloma?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, man.
Wow.
That rolled right off your
Dude,
tongue.
that was good.
Yeah, so what's going on, guys? What's the debate about? I had a buddy of mine just call me, and he knows that I'm a mariachi, and I've done this most of my life.
All right,
you're a mariachi?
Hold on.
Awesome,
hold on.
dude.
So, Eric, you're not a regular listener to this show.
You should be, first of all.
Well, I do. Yes, sports radio. Yeah, I do listen, but I'm on my way to work, and he calls me like, "Hey, dude, you listen to sports radio?" I'm like, "Yeah, what's going on?" He's like, "Yeah, these guys are having a debate over this song." He's like, "I don't even know how to pronounce it." And I was like, "Oh, I know exactly what song you're talking about."
Eric, since you're coming in late, hold on, let's start it over. I want you to hear Jerry Jones doing an interview with DallasCowboys.com Spanish side with Amber Garcia broke out into this song.
La cuca cucaroo. La cuca cucaroo. Paloma.
So can you do better than that, Eric, is what we're asking.
Sure, yeah.
Do you
Sing.
mind?
No. Here it goes. Ready?
Okay.
Cucurucucú, paloma, ay, 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 no llores.
Wow.
Dude.
Very impressive.
That
dude.
was.
Nice.
That was.
Well, wait, where do you work? Give it a plug.
So I work at a power plant.
Oh, I thought you were going to sing somewhere.
Yeah, I was going to say, you're doing mariachi at the power plant, man. That's awesome.
No. I work as a lab technician at a power plant, but most of my life I was a musician. So when I branched off of music, I got into this industry, and I've been in this industry now.
So you don't do like gigs anywhere, part of a band or anything like that? You should, man.
Yes. Yeah, I do. I have my own group in San Antonio, and I also I tour a lot. I've played with a lot of artists. I just recently did a tour with Ángel Aguilar and with Ana Gabriel, Grupo Duelo. So I've been around playing with different groups. I've been doing some touring at the same time.
Well, very cool. Well, Eric, since we can't give you any tip money, we can give you 4 tickets to go see the Missions on a Tuesday night out at Wolf Stadium. If you're not working, you can. We'll hook you up with those tickets, man. Appreciate you calling in. Let's go quickly to Roland. You're on the Blitz. What's going on, man?
What's up, Jason? It's Roland. How you doing, man?
Good.
Hey, the song is about. It tells this tragic story of a man who is devastated by the loss or death of his lover, and cries and drinks until dawn. Then he hears a dove cooing on the windowsill and comes to believe the bird is actually the reincarnation of his love's lost soul.
Dude, that's really cool.
Well, history. I guess you Googled that. We could have done that.
Well, no.
But that's not near as fun.
And I don't think, you didn't Google that, did you, Roland?
No. That was one of my mom's favorite songs. So
gotcha.
I see. Yeah. I think that's cool. You got a heartbroken dude. He lost his girl or significant other.
Just like we all do.
And he's sad about it, and he's drinking all night, and then here comes the dove. I love that, man. That's awesome. Roland, thank you, man. We appreciate it.
Are you going to try to sing it, Roland? Yes.
I'll give it a shot.
Here we go.
Do it.
All right, here we go. Cuckoo, paloma.
Wow.
How's that?
Nice.
I mean, better than Jerry, but not better than Eric.
Well, do the cuckoo
Eric,
part.
Yeah, you got to do the
do that cuckoo part, the cucaracha.
The cuckoo part.
No, because that would
Like
sound
Jerry,
good.
or?
No, just like you, how you just did it.
All right, here we go. Cuckoo, paloma.
See, now that's cool. The way it just
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
Very
Roland,
nice.
appreciate
Roland,
the phone
thank
call.
you, brother. Appreciate it.
210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. See, we can solve all the world's problems in 30 minutes here on the Blitz.
We don't need 96 hours,
No,
do we?
we don't. I mean, all Gina needs to do is call us, and we can fix the city's problems in the next 20 minutes.
You know, I just appreciate if she'd call in and say hello. We don't even have to debate. We don't have to do anything. Just, hey.
Do you think she would sing for us?
I doubt it. Well, she might. I don't know. She might be talented that way. I don't know. But we just... Yeah. You can hear the sadness in his heart. I love mariachi music.
Now let's hear Jerry.
La cuca cucaroo. La cuca cucaroo. Paloma.
Jerry, it's supposed to be a sad song. I just learned that.
And he's laughing.
He's like, I'm drinking all night, lost my lady, but there'll be another one.
La cuca cucaroo.
Candy Lee left me. Candy Lee left me. She's gone.
Candy Lee.
She ain't coming back. More entertainment from Jerry Jones and who knows who else when we continue here on the Blitz. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Hey, what are you doing this weekend? Or if you've already got plans this weekend, what are you doing on Monday? How about Tuesday of next week or Wednesday or any day that ends in a Y? How about playing a little golf out at the Golf Club of Texas? You can go out there 7 days a week. It is open to the public 7 days a week, even though it looks like a swanky country club. It's not. It's open to the public, but it looks like it. It is beautiful out there. They've got that golf course in great shape. They've made so many improvements to the golf course. If you haven't been out there lately, well, you really haven't been out there. You need to go back out and check them out. And then there's the 10 Cup Bar and Grill. I want to tell you about that because the food out there is absolutely fantastic. They got a full bar out there too. So if you any kind of cocktail you're craving, maybe it's a Paloma, they'll make you one right there, and it will be absolutely delicious. You want to just take your family out to the 10 Cup Bar and Grill, hang out with your friends, whatever. It is the perfect place to do that. I'm going to tell you, the restaurant is open. They serve food until 9 o'clock every night, but the bar is open until 11 o'clock every night, and that fits in perfectly because, well, their driving range is open until 11 o'clock at night. They've got a lighted driving range out there. If you can't play golf and you just want to go out and practice your game, you can do that after work. Go out there, have a drink, practice a game, have some food. It's a perfect place to do that. The Golf Club of Texas is the best place. Whether you're taking your family out there or your buddies or just yourself, doesn't matter. You're going to have a great time. Golf Club of Texas, you know exactly where it is. Briggs Ranch Road off Highway 90. Whether it's for dinner at the 10 Cup or around with your buddies, your next tournament, go check them out. Best rates always online at golfclubtexas.com. The Golf Club of Texas is the friendliest golf course in Texas.
This is The Blitz with Jason and Joe. Afternoons 2 to 6, KTFM Floresville. And everywhere at sasportstar.com.
$30 million in guaranteed prizes. Cash in this football season in Las Vegas with 3 Circus Sports contests. Entry starting at $1,000, all with no rate. Circa Million, 18 weeks of point spread action. Circus Survivor, pick one winner each week, no point spread. And the Big Daddy, Circa Grandissimo, with a $100,000 entry fee. Enter in Nevada, play from anywhere. $30 million guaranteed. Visit circusports.com for details.
Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half-off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
Hello, my name is Jason Thompson. I'm an attorney who has practiced law here in San Antonio since 1994. Over the past 30 years, I've represented hundreds, if not thousands, of victims of negligent drivers. If you've been in an auto accident, you can choose a billboard lawyer, but I'd ask you to consider calling me. We have only one rule in my office. If my client's happy, I'm happy. My team and I place a premium on communication because I believe there can be no daylight between an effective attorney and his client. I do not charge for an initial consultation. If you've been injured in a traffic collision, just call my office, 210-900-0400. There's no charge. I want to make sure that the decisions you make immediately after an accident are smart decisions. The other driver's insurance company and your own insurance company will want to talk to you immediately after the accident. My advice, talk to me first. Many adjusters play fair, but I've seen more than a few that do not. If you've been injured by a negligent driver, call me, Jason Thompson. My number is 210-900-0400. That's 210-900-0400.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/play. That's ethos.com/play. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
Well, the NBA released a full schedule for all of their teams today. The Spurs, 34 nationally televised games. That is tied for the most of any team, tying them with the Knicks, the 76ers, and the Lakers. We got preseason football tonight. A lot of teams in action, including the Houston Texans. They welcome in the LA Chargers to Reliance Stadium. 7 o'clock kick. Game that's going to be televised locally on News 4 San Antonio.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
From the studios of San Antonio's Sports Star, reaching more sports fans than any station in South Texas. Welcome to The Blitz. 2 decades on the radio, Jason Minix. 2 decades on TV, Joe Reinagle. 2 San Antonio sports voices you've trusted for years. This is The Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Thursday afternoon, it's after 5 o'clock. If you get off at 5, congrats. Thursday's over. You're rolling into Friday, and the weekend is in sight. Thanks for spending a little time with us, though, first here on The Blitz. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I'm Joe Reinagle. Jason Minix here as well, and we are happy to have you along.
We are, and, you know, we were talking earlier about Dustin Hoffman being at Cowboys practice today.
Huh. Really? He was?
He was at practice today.
I didn't notice.
This is the line of the day. A tweet from John Machota. Actor Dustin Hoffman, he's got a picture with Dak. at Cowboys practice was asked what he thinks about the Cowboys. Quote, "I don't know anything about football. I think they're great."
Well, I wonder why a guy like that doesn't know anything about football would go to a training camp practice.
I mean, that's a seriously great question.
I mean, in all seriousness, you would think you would know a little bit about it and, maybe be a Cowboy fan from way back or something. But that, I don't know anything about it, but I'm just here. I had nothing else to do. And, well, I live right around the corner. I don't know.
I mean, the big Cowboy media party was last night at Nobu. Do you think he just saw them all in there and was like, "Oh, you got practice? Let me come watch"?
Maybe. It's possible.
I mean, that is a possibility. I mean, a lot of celebrities always at that Nobu party. The timing for us this year didn't work out because we were there last week.
Yeah, I hate that. You know what's always fun about that is that the party is in the back, but you have to walk through the restaurant to get to where the party is.
The party room is on a patio.
Yeah.
That this patio stretches out. There's the beach and the ocean.
And every now and then you will see somebody that you recognize as being a famous actor or something like that. And so it's kind of cool to walk through there. Not to mention the fact, if you got to go to the bathroom, you got to walk back through the restaurant and to do that and then go back. So you can see some folks in there.
They call that the Joe Reinagle Trail.
Well, exactly right. Yes, they do.
I say he must make that walk a lot.
Well, sure, I do.
I mean, when it's
typically
open bar.
When you're drinking that happens.
Open bar. Jerry's picking up the dime. So Al Michaels was there as he is every year.
Yep, he's always there.
Michael Irvin there.
Yeah. Well, we've got to plan better next time. That's for sure.
Well, when we plan our week out there, we don't know when the party is. And quite honestly, even if we knew when the party was, we still would have gone last week because,
of course,
this week, if you're out there, you're only around the players for 2 days. I mean, the way with their joint practice with the Rams at the Rams facility, we would have been in Oxnard on a tennis court alone, and then they were off yesterday, and then they fly Friday to go to Seattle to get ready for their preseason game. We would have told the boss that's the week we're going, and we had 2 days with. We'd get a sternly worded email.
No, we picked the perfect week to go because that was the most in pads and.
Yep.
And that's what we'll do every year. It's nice to go to Jerry's party, but been there, done that.
Despite what some people think, we don't pick the date based on the party.
No, we don't. We don't. Been there, done that. And I really wasn't all that upset by missing that party. I mean, no, it really wasn't, Jason. I mean, the best part about going to that party, obviously the food's not all that great. I'll be honest, it's foo-foo food, kind of sushi-ish, if you will.
It's incredible sushi.
Okay, whatever. Sushi. It's sushi. Okay, but it's an open bar. And typically Jerry and Stephen Jones will say stuff that you will never hear anywhere else.
Yep.
And so you kind of get a little behind the scenes. So that's the best part about that whole thing. So, but we missed it. I didn't lose any sleep over it last night.
I mean, it's fun to go to.
Sure, of course it is.
But
of course it is.
It's you don't plan the trip based around the party.
No, absolutely not. We've been fortunate here lately.
Yep.
But
think about how much money Jerry saved by having that party when we weren't there.
Probably
a
little
bit.
bit.
I mean, I think the guys from the ticket were packing up Friday with us. So the ticket in Dallas, they weren't there, and I don't know if the fan is still out there or not. So.
I think they are.
The group media photo looked pretty light, but it was all basically riders. And that might be all that's left out there.
It could very well be. And those guys have to stay for the duration. They go from start to finish. And so they're out there for 4 weeks. But they've still got, obviously, and all the riders will get on a plane and head to Seattle for the football game on Saturday night. Cowboys leave tomorrow. And then they'll come back to Oxnard. They've got a joint practice with the New Orleans Saints, I think, on Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken. And then they'll wrap things up and head back to Frisco, where they'll continue training camp. Couple of open practices there that they announced last week while we were there. So if you're headed up to Frisco, you want to see the Cowboys practice, you can do that. I think it's the 25th and 26th. Don't quote me on that, but it's somewhere around there that they've got the open practices there at the Star in Frisco.
No, and we're not going to go up there and do our show because we'll be in Vegas.
Oh, that's true. We will be in Vegas. This is the tweet of the day. and I just got to say this. I don't know if you've heard or not. I know you don't follow politics, but the press secretary is leaving. She just had a baby.
I saw that.
So Trump's press secretary, and there's a tweet here. It says, the new White House press secretary if Trump wants to win the midterms. And it's Sydney Sweeney. I agree. I think that would
make
do
me
it.
pay attention to politics.
Well, it sure would, and
just have the TV on mute.
She wouldn't have to answer one question. Just stand there. I thought that was good. Very interesting. Very entertaining. Lots going on today, including the Texans, who, by the way, are in action tonight. Preseason action. I don't know who's playing, who's not. Obviously, C.J. Stroud most likely is not going to play. Justin Herbert for the Chargers not going to play. I just saw a tweet, and this is no surprise. Jadeveon Clowney's not going to play. So I'm not sure who's playing, but they'll have Texans uniforms on and L.A. Charger uniforms on. So let's talk about it with the General, John McClain. He joins us next here on The Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Let me tell you about Sammy's Embroidery and Printing over on San Pedro. You need your logo on any kind of gear. You need promotional items made. You need to go see Sam. His new sign shop can do your signs, banners, flags, card magnets, vehicle wraps, window decals, and so much more. You need your logo on a golf shirt, fishing shirt, dress shirt. Sam will get you taken care of. He's got all the big-name brands, including Tommy Bahama. He's got Nike, North Face, Eddie Bauer, Under Armour, Travis Mathew, Port Authority, to name a few. He has over 25,000 caps and more than 75 color combinations on display in his showroom. If you need T-shirts, screen printed, Sam will get you taken care of. He has over 700 uniform lines to choose from all kinds of industries. Nobody has better prices. He's the only company in Texas with one-day turnaround. No order too big, no order too small. So call Sammy's Embroidery and Printing, 210-824-3900, or go by that massive showroom on San Pedro. It's 1 mile inside Loop 410, across from the McDonald's, or check the website, samsembroidery.com, for Sammy's Embroidery Club.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Fall Golf Classic is coming to the Silverhorn Golf Club Monday, September 21st. Registration opens Monday at sasportstar.com. The first 20 who register on Monday, August 17th, receives a free Yingling golf towel. Mark your calendar for Monday, August 17th, and be the first to register for the 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star Fall Golf Classic. See you there.
Injuries happen, and when they do, skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Quarry area with extended hours Monday through Saturday with on-site x-ray casting and bracing, Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, and best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at tsaog.com. Move over, Chips. There's a new crunchier MVP in the snack aisle. Enter pork rinds. Southern recipe pork rinds are low-carb, gluten-free, and packed with protein to keep you going. And the flavors, big, bold, crunchy. From sweet barbecue to hot honey, every bite brings that flavor-packed crunch you crave. Grab your favorites today at H-E-B or online at porkrinds.com. Southern recipe pork rinds are your snack time, crunch time hero.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
Sound familiar? At Mattress Firm, we understand there are many problems that can keep you up at night. like snoring, aches and pains, or sleeping hot. Our sleep experts have the unrivaled know-how to match you with a mattress that can help. And now at Mattress Firm, save up to $700, plus get a free adjustable base with select Sealy Posturepedic mattresses. For the great sleep you deserve, visit Mattress Firm. We make sleep easy. Restrictions apply. See store or website for details.
This is the story of the one who keeps multiple buildings running smoothly day after day. Plumbing that flows, HVAC that hums, cleaning supplies that keep surfaces sparkling. That's why she counts on Grainger. With easy reordering online and 24/7 support, Grainger helps her keep the products she needs on hand. So shelves stay stocked and buildings stay ready. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Hello, my name is Jason Thompson. I'm an attorney who has practiced law here in San Antonio since 1994. Over the past 30 years, I've represented hundreds, if not thousands, of victims of negligent drivers. If you've been in an auto accident, you can choose a billboard lawyer, but I'd ask you to consider calling me. We have only one rule in my office. If my client's happy, I'm happy. My team and I place a premium on communication because I believe there can be no daylight between an effective attorney and his client. I do not charge for an initial consultation. If you've been injured in a traffic collision, just call my office, 210-900-0400. There's no charge. I want to make sure that the decisions you make immediately after an accident are smart decisions. The other driver's insurance company and your own insurance company will want to talk to you immediately after the accident. My advice: talk to me first. Many adjusters play fair, but I've seen more than a few that do not. If you've been injured by a negligent driver, call me, Jason Thompson. My number is 210-900-0400. That's 210-900-0400.
AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson in the morning.
Coming up on the AJ and Rob Show, we've got a bunch of NFL games to review and a handful more to preview, plus a big UFC fight this weekend. Rob, plenty going on.
Plenty on the sports world. And what you doing this weekend? No movies, but lots of heat. It's going to be a busy day. Party starts at 6.
AJ and Rob, weekday mornings 6 to 10, 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
NFL football is back, kind of. It is preseason, but it is football, and we're happy to have it. Lots of games tonight, including the Houston Texans and the LA Chargers. I'm Joe Reinagle. He's Jason Minix.
Our good friend John McClain, not in Houston, in Nashville.
Well, kind of. Aren't the Oilers there?
No, those would be the Titans.
Oh, I thought they were
John
the Oilers.
McClain on the Buyers Barricades guest line. Huge My Chemical Romance concert tonight in Nashville. John, are you going to see MCR?
No, I don't think so. I am. I'm up here working, and I can tell you anything you want to know about the Texans and Chargers, but I am in Tennessee for 4 days doing interviews for a Dan Pastorini documentary we're working on.
Nice.
And interviewing Jim Nantz, whose first and last interview in Houston were with Dan Pastorini. Mike Reinfeldt, his free safety and team captain, former Titans GM, and Amy Adams-Strunk, the owner, who was a college girl a high school girl when Pastorini was drafted in 1971, but they've become close friends since. So we're just traveling the country doing interviews. I'll be back at training camp on Monday, but it's been quite a story.
Love Dan Pastorini. I can't wait for that, John. That's going to be very interesting, as you know better than anybody. Dan Pastorini's a pretty interesting dude.
He is, Joe, the most interesting player I have ever come across, because how many players show up at their first training camp on a Harley with a Playmate of the Year on the back? How many of them invented the flak jacket? How many played a key role in the advent of instant replay? How many dated the most popular actors in the world in the 70s, Farrah Fawcett? He acted in TV shows, movies, played 9 years for the Oilers, 1 Raiders, 1 Rams, 2 Eagles, finished tied for second for the Ted Danson role in Cheers. And you talk about wild stories about Dan Pastorini and women. They were unbelievable, and they're all telling the stories.
Nice.
So are you tracking down all of Dan Pastorini's exes?
I would need to be live to be about 150 to do that because there's so many, and some of them are coming to us now that they've heard what we're doing. They want to tell tales.
They probably
the
don't.
Guy's been married when he's been married 5 times, including to, and also he appeared in Playgirl magazine.
Oh wow!
And so we had in the picture, which I have, and it is quite a tale to be told about Dan and how he was third overall pick in 1971. He was the leader of Love You Blue, and all kind of bad things happened with the Raiders. He and Al Davis hated each other, and he said the biggest mistake he ever made was leaving Hollywood when he was on the verge of getting legitimate parts to answer Dick Vermeil's SOS, and then he ended up only playing in 4 games in 2 years with the Eagles. So he has led a great and interesting life. Every man I know would give his left you-know-what to be Dan for 1 year one weekend in the 70s.
Absolutely.
Very, very true. John, before we get to tonight's preseason game, if we actually get to it, I'm just seeing a tweet. Todd Archer from ESPN just tweeted this out just a couple of minutes ago. And Todd's tweet, Jerry Jones would not say the Cowboys won the Micah Parsons trade with the additions of Kenny Clark, Quinnen Williams, and getting Malachi Lawrence, blah, blah, blah. The quote that he uses, quote, even though Micah's an outstanding talent that anybody would like to have, the bottom line is that I like what the result of the trade has ended up as I stand here today. Who is Jerry Jones today? I mean, for Jerry not to take this win and tout it is surprising, as this entire offseason has been for Jerry Jones, the way he has operated.
Well, first of all, this trade cannot be fairly judged for 2 or 3 years. Parsons hurt. And you never know what's going to happen to the guys the Cowboys got. They haven't played a full season with these guys to see if they're going to live up to expectations, improve the defense, and win the NFC East, as some of us have predicted. And we don't know what Micah's going to do when he comes back, maybe against the Cowboys, if he can help them be better on defense and provide a big-time pass rusher. But, you want it to be a win-win for both sides. But right now, if you just took Quinnen Williams and put him up against Parsons, and because Williams is a different player, but he is a great player in his own right. And so I think Jerry, when he should say up to this point, we've won this trade, but then it might come back and bite you in the butt after the year.
Well, and you know what I think, John, and I'm in the camp that I think on paper, the Cowboys won the trade because Quinnen Williams, the guy you just talked about, and then Kenny Clark, the main problem for the Cowboys over the last couple of years is not being able to stop the run. That shouldn't be that much of an issue if those guys live up to what we all expect.
If they do. And Kenny Clark, Sean Gary, he's never been the player that he was supposed to be when he was drafted. Maybe he will be now. Cowboys' defensive line should be the strength of the team. They've got to stop the run. Cowboys may have the defensive rookie of the year. And Williams is not going to be defensive player of the year because he's not a sack guy with big numbers inside. But the way the Cowboys win that trade beyond a shadow of a doubt is win the NFC East with an improved defense under a first-year coordinator.
Very true. John McClain joining us here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I know you're not at NRG tonight for this preseason thriller, but what are you expecting to see out of the Houston Texans tonight?
A lot of Graham Mertz, third-string quarterback. Won't see the starters. They'll play a little bit. In the second game against the Raiders, I'm fired up about the joint practice against the Raiders so I can watch Houston native Clint Kubiak as the first-year head coach, but also I want to watch Mendoza. Everybody wants to see him, and I'm guessing in the second game, Kirk Cousins will start, play a little bit, and then we'll just see a lot of Mendoza. But in the Texans, they need a third linebacker. They have a rookie, Wade Woodaz, who looks to be the third linebacker now, but they don't play three most of the time anyway. They're looking for backups in the secondary. They're looking for depth in the defensive line. They got a lot of candidates. Anything involving their offensive line is news in Houston, and if it's all backups, that's fine because the backups could be starters. And then whatever running backs they play, Woody Marks, the backup to David Montgomery, he'll play a little, but Jawar Jordan, who is the third back, had a 100-yard game last year. British Books, the fourth, they're going to see him. They got a couple of undrafted guys who are going to do it. And I feel comfortable in saying they're going to try to run the ball a lot because they were terrible at it last year. The linemen couldn't block. They never had their main runner, Joe Mixon, so that's what they worked on so much. So they need to work on it. They need to work on it a lot and see if these linemen that play, you go, aha, that's why they've got them here. But they've been getting beaten up in practice. We don't know if it's because we know they have a great defense and a great defensive line, and they may be excited to get to go up against the Chargers, team they beat at the end of last season out there. And so that's what they're looking at. They're not looking at starters. They need good backups who could fill in if called on, and this is the time to see them.
Well, John, what is the philosophy of the Texans as far as playing starters, any at all, in the preseason? Do they normally play them some or not at all?
If it's a big guy, say Will Anderson Jr., Danielle Hunter, they'll get on the field at some point, probably the second game, but not much. And Stroud will probably play a series or two in the second game. But it's mainly about depth, and that's the way DeMeco Ryan's philosophy has been. And that's fine with me. They started 0-3 last year, and we thought, oh, boy, they're going to have to change their whole philosophy next year of the way they did the off-season program, camp and preseason, and end up winning 12 games. So far it's been a good formula. What they've done in camp and preseason has worked because they've won a playoff game each year. Now their goal, of course, is to get beyond the divisional round, and that's going to have more to do. That'll have everything to do with regular season and not what we saw in preseason other than possible backup roles.
John McClain here on the Blitz on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. Kind of a two-part question. The Texans semi-media ban and what media and fans were able to video, and then compare that with what Colorado is trying to do, where you've got to put your phone in the bag and you can't report on anything. You can't take a note if you're a reporter. You can't talk about what you've seen at practice. Why are coaches and programs getting so paranoid about reporting?
Monkey see, monkey do. Now in Houston, you can write players starting in the offensive line. They just don't. You can say Kalen Rutledge was with the first team. He started. You can't say, okay, this guy's second team, this guy's third team. This guy moved to left guard for 12 plays and stuff like that. But you can certainly report the offensive line. I don't know anything that's held anybody back. I mean, who cares if some guy's a number 2 center in training camp? Their offensive line is set, except for maybe right tackle, because on the depth chart they list them. And so now that the depth chart's out, of course you can talk about them. That thing about being paranoid, Bill Polian would not let the media at the Colts practice when they were great under Peyton Manning have their notepads out. They could have their tape recorders out, and I'm like, okay, if you can't write that Peyton was 8 out of 9, you can say it, and then after you say it into your tape recorder, you can write it later. It just made no sense. They're a bunch of paranoid you-know-whats. How in the world did Tom Landry and Bill Walsh and Vince Lombardi and all the great coaches, Belichick did it with a bunch of rules. How did all those guys have dynasties and win when the media could come to practice and you knew what you could and you couldn't write? You can't write trick plays. and you could report fights, and you could talk to assistant coaches, and you could watch practice. But just the first coach that decided assistants couldn't talk was Bill Parcells after he won his second and last Super Bowl with the Giants. And then it just mushroomed from there, and they're just paranoid. I'd love to see if they think the media, I've told coaches before, so obviously you think the media can hurt you, right? Yes. Any little morsel of information can be used against me. That was Bill O'Brien. I said, well, then when you win, why don't you give the media some credit? If we can hurt you, why don't you say, man, the media did a great job this week? And he looked at me like I had 4 eyes.
Well, I think that's a great idea. I don't understand what Deion Sanders is doing. I mean, if you were a reporter.
Well, I never understood what Deion Sanders is doing.
But, John, if you're a reporter and you cover the Colorado Buffaloes and you can't do your job, I mean, to me, that is just the dumbest thing I think I've ever heard of. And that takes
every media outlet in Colorado should start a thing banning covering them.
I totally agree with that. We talked about that yesterday, saying, I mean, there's got to be a little pushback there somehow, some way.
Dude, just run all Colorado State and Air Force highlights and ignore the Buffaloes.
I mean, that takes paranoia to a whole different level, as far as I'm concerned.
It does, and it's ridiculous, and they're going to be bad again, and he'll probably be gone after this season.
Well, there you go.
True. John, I know you're in Nashville. I know it's a preseason game. When was the last time you actually missed a game at NRG?
I have not missed a preseason game ever, and I missed one regular season game when I was in the hospital. But these documentaries to me are more important than a first preseason game. I'll still be tweeting, and I'll still be retweeting other people, and I just won't be watching the game if I can help it.
So are you going to be tweeting from Peg Leg Porker or Martin's? Where's the barbecue joint of John McClain while in Nashville?
Martin's is the best. Martin's is barbecue. There's 2 in town, one of the best I've ever had anywhere. And Sunday night, I'll be at Rendezvous Barbecue downtown Memphis.
There you go. That's a good spot in Memphis. See, I'm going to Nashville tomorrow, and I know I'll get Peg Leg Porker in, and I'll get a trip to Martin's in.
Well, good. You'll be eating a lot of great barbecue.
Absolutely. And then the Foo Fighters on Saturday night.
Well, enjoy the trip. It'll be fun. Just keep in mind, it's hotter here than it is in Houston and San Antonio.
So I've heard. You know, good news is they sell a lot of beer there, so I'll be hydrated. John, enjoy your trip to Nashville.
Guys, thank you very much. Safe travels, Jason.
Appreciate it. Make sure you're following John on Twitter at McClain_on_NFL. John McClain and all our guests on the Buyers Barricades guest line, where they provide traffic control, rental, and sales for San Antonio and beyond. Online at buyersbarricades.com.
Let's take a break. The mayor has responded to the property tax thing. And it seems like, I don't know, I'll let you decide, that she's trying to weave the Spurs thing in there.
She's
just
politicking
a little bit. We will we'll let you hear it, and you can decide when we continue here on the Blitz. 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
Let me tell you about Quarter Moon Plumbing, AC, and Heating. If you have any issues at your house, an emergency situation with your AC, your plumbing, you know there is one company to call, and that is Quarter Moon. 210-651-5899. 651-5899. And Quarter Moon, obviously great in emergency situations, great with their maintenance programs, and even stuff that you might not think about. Although, if your house is smelling a little bit off, that could actually be your air conditioner. I'm guessing you've never had your AC unit deep cleaned, and that could cause odd smells in your house. So Quarter Moon has created what they call the Breathe Easy package. Well, they will pull and deep clean your blower motor, blower wheel, and your AC housing. They'll clean your coil, disinfect the inside of your AC cabinet. Then they're going to install a UV light that will zap bacteria and other nasty stuff that's hiding out in there. You will get cleaner air, a fresher home, and an AC system that smells like it should. So call Quarter Moon Plumbing, AC, and Heating, 210-651-5899, or go online at quartermoonplumbing.com.
He's faster. He's stronger. You can't hurt this. And according to every training camp report, he's in the best shape of his life. Football is back.
Yes!
we've got all the preseason news on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
Hi, everybody. Joe Reinagle here, and I've got a question for you. What if every month you had access to a different exotic car? Well, that's what Pascucci Prestige membership is all about. Instead of owning one dream car, you get access to an entire collection of incredible vehicles and concierge-level service. It's luxury without the long-term commitment. You know, if you've ever wondered what it's like to live the exotic lifestyle, this is your chance. Pascucci Prestige. Visit PascucciPrestige.com and book your ride today.
Have you or a loved one been arrested? Call the law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, and get the aggressive legal help you deserve. From criminal defense to personal injury, attorney Jesse Hernandez and his powerhouse team are ready to fight for your rights. Calls are answered 24/7 because legal trouble doesn't keep office hours. Call 210-807-8656 or visit JesseHernandezLaw.com. That's JesseHernandezLaw.com. The law office of Jesse Hernandez, the Texas Chancla, has your back.
Progressive knows that for business owners, vacations hit different. But hey, at least you finally took a vacation. And look at that. You only answered 53 calls, 84 emails, onboarded one new hire, and covered for Chris while he's out on paternity leave, and you did it all from a kayak. Because you, my friend, know how to relax. All right, you may not know how to take a day off, but you do know both your personal and business auto insurance needs can be covered in one place with Progressive. So at least that's relaxing, right? Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states or situations.
Indeed presents hires you can't afford to get wrong, like a social media manager.
Did you just post our Q4 earnings to your personal social media?
Oh yeah, used the trending audio and everything.
That's confidential financial data.
Relax. It only went a little viral.
The SEC just commented with the eyeball watching emoji.
This is the job for sponsored jobs. This is what happens when you don't sponsor your job on Indeed. Next time, get matched with quality candidates with Indeed sponsored jobs. Visit Indeed.com/hire now and sponsor your job
What
today.
if one smart decision could improve your water and eliminate 5 years of shopping for everyday soaps and cleaners? For this month only, buy a Connecticut water softener and receive a free K5 reverse osmosis drinking water station at your kitchen sink, plus 5 full years of pure and gentle personal care and household cleaning product. That means no buying hand soap, body wash, shampoo, laundry detergent, dish soap, all-purpose cleaners, and more for a full 5 years. Now, you can choose from a wide variety of fresh fragrances or select fragrance-free options for your family. Connecticut gives your home better water, helps protect your plumbing and appliances, and is built to be the last water softener you'll ever own. But this offer ends August the 31st, and once August is over, the 5-year Pure and Gentle package is gone forever. Make the wise decision for your home. Call Connecticut today for better water quality, a free K5 drinking station, and 5 years of essentials. 5 years of soaps and cleaners. One limited time. Call Connecticut at 656-PURE.
ConnecticutSA.com.
This is AJ Hoffman from the AJ and Rob Show. You're listening to 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You know, these headphones, I got to look at the little letter here to see which ear it's in. And if it's not the right ear, it feels weird as hell.
Do you have to look down at your hands and see where the L is so you know that's the left side?
No, I don't. It says it on there. It's got a little L on there.
Yeah, but do you know where it goes?
Well, sure.
I mean,
no, because they're stupid proof, so it's okay. It's all good. It's all good. It fits just right. Not a problem at all. I'm Joe. He's Jason. This is the Blitz. Thanks for hanging out with us on this Thursday afternoon.
You know, politicking is politicking.
That's
what's the question I was going to ask? Apparently, throughout this whole debate, the push for the mayor on trying to get a new election, I've been asking, what is the why? And I haven't figured it out. Earlier today, and we don't like to talk politics on this show. It's not our wheelhouse.
We're being forced to, though, aren't we?
And we understand that. And unless it involves sports. That's the one exception to the rule when it comes to talking politics. Now, Mark White from District 10 put on Facebook earlier that 7 of his council colleagues voted the first vote in raising property taxes. And he said, quote, hell no, I'm not. And he and 2 others voted against it, but 7 voted for it. And then I started to wonder, okay, well, maybe that's why our lovely mayor is trying to push for a new arena vote, because she's saying, hey, look over here. instead of all the talk and debate and pushback that there would and should be on property taxes. I had no idea that they were talking and or voting on any kind of property taxes. Now, from what I can understand, their vote today doesn't actually raise the taxes, but it's the first step in the process of doing that. Then the mayor, Gina Ortiz-Jones, posted on Facebook, the city's staff's proposed 8.3% property tax increase over the next 2 years is exactly why I have been proactively working to identify new ways the city can tackle its $158 million deficit without affecting residents just trying to get by, from funding critical programs through Ready to Work and thereby freeing up funds for core services, asking businesses and other private organizations to help fund critical and worthwhile programs, to questioning why city tax dollars are subsidizing organizations that charge an admission fee.
Who's that, I wonder?
The zoo. We owe city taxpayers the basic level of due diligence as we navigate this affordability crisis together.
Well, it's interesting, and I was looking up to see what property taxes were or are now. And if I'm reading this correctly, it says the base property tax rate for the city of San Antonio is 0.54159 per $100 of taxable value. That comes to 2.5% to 2.9%. Now, I don't know this, and I'm not going to say this or blast anybody right now, but if they're going from 2.9% to 8.3%, is that how we read that? I mean, that seems like a hell of an increase.
Over 2 years. And it does. Although, I mean, it's a great way to wipe out debt. But that seems pretty massive, which also feels like, all right, what can we talk about besides this? Let's take on the San Antonio Spurs. It is bizarre because, and again, I am not a political guy. I try to stay out of all that crap. I don't want to say I don't care, but I don't care, and I don't follow it daily. I had no idea that was going to be discussed today. It also makes sense that if this was something that was going to be discussed today during a city council session, that throwing in the Spurs stuff was supposed to be on the agenda for today, and it got moved to Monday. Now, you understand why. Well, they couldn't. There's not enough time in the day for them to debate and talk about both, especially when they have public discourse. It's almost like, hey, look over here. Let's not talk about the property tax increase. But, man, you think about, because we haven't had tax increases from our understanding in years, although they are ridiculously high.
1993, I think.
They feel ridiculously high.
Yes.
And so, is she the mayor that raised taxes or the mayor that pissed off the Spurs? Either way, her legacy is going to have that on it.
Well, I think she's already done that as far as the Spurs are concerned. Just the battle that she's been fighting since before the vote even. It's been very clear she's not for this deal. I don't care what she says or whispers or anything else. She doesn't want this here. And if the Spurs left, I don't think she would give a damn, to be totally honest with you.
I mean, she's got to, right?
Why?
Now, I don't know. I mean, she says she's a Spurs fan.
Uh-huh. When they're in the finals, she is.
I mean, she
gets swanky
tickets.
seats.
Yeah. I mean, she grew up here. I don't know. And I read a headline in the Current that says she adds another listening session as support for the arena vote gains momentum.
Really?
Well, I mean, and again, that is a very true headline because District 2 said, "Yep, I'm with the mayor." So we know she's got one supporter. It won't be a 10-1 vote. It might be 9-2, might be 8-3, but she's not going to get 6 or 7.
So wait a minute. That headline's from where?
The San Antonio Current.
Oh, the PR arm of Mayor Gina Jones.
Well, it's an article from Michael Carlis.
Well, that's exactly. I think he's been hired as a PR staff, and the Current's going along with it. There's no momentum for a new vote.
I mean, I mean, she got one because McKee was laying in bed and his wife beat her and put out a video where he said the current proposal is horrific. And that is why he is going to be voting with the mayor.
I will be voting yes for a few reasons. Namely, one, it's a major $489 million investment separate from the $311 million that was approved by voters. Two, this deal is shaping up to be horrific, and people deserve to vote based off of new information.
What new
And three,
info?
it's going to have implications on our bond capacity, which means less neighborhood projects and more money that we have to spend for this arena. We're also needing to orient entire departments and staff around this arena project, and these are financial obligations that constrain our ability to spend money elsewhere while we're already facing a growing deficit.
I mean, just in that sense right there, it's a lie. It's not going to affect anything as far as a bond process goes. I mean, there's nothing here that will prevent anything from this bond issue that's coming up.
There's a whole lot of city projects, and it's all talked about. And you know where it's actually all talked about and documented? And you can find it on the city's website. I would think that they would know where to find it. The term sheet. And you can go read for yourself. Just Google it. All 13 pages of the term sheet are there. And Joe and I were rereading it today. And my opinion, this deal is actually better than what I thought with the contributions coming from the San Antonio Spurs, because we've been saying, hey, man, Spurs are chipping in $500 million. You know what it says in the term sheet? A minimum of $500 million. Minimum. They are responsible for any and all cost overruns. They are going to rent the building at $4 million a year. But what I was re-educated today when I reread it today, not only is their 30-year lease $4 million a year, but it increases by 2% every year. So after 12 years, they will have paid $53 million in rent. It's not $4 million a year for 30 years. It's $4 million in year one, and then it goes up by 2% every year after that.
$75 million they're giving to community projects.
Well, that's not enough for the mayor.
Well, apparently not.
That only buys a handful of speed bumps every year.
$500 million at a minimum, all cost overruns. Look, I don't understand this. I don't mind somebody being against something or wanting to get more from. Just don't lie to me. Just don't, and don't lie to the people. And that's the problem that I have with this. And it just, you sit there and listen to that, and it's frustrating, and it pisses you off, and it should piss everybody off. I mean, it really should. When you know damn good and well what that man just said is not true. It's not accurate.
Now, one of the things that Jalen did say while lying in bed, and his wife beat her to record this video, I mean, because I know how serious this is. You would think as serious of a topic this is, he'd get up, put on a shirt, and look professional like you're representing the city, not, let me knock this out before I go night-night. He talked about revenue sharing with signage. Now, I thought, all right, that is something that is probably worthy of discussion, because if the city owns the building and the Spurs sell the naming rights of the building, the city probably should get a cut of that. Not concessions, not merchandise, not ticket sales, but I would be down with that discussion. Well, apparently they already had that discussion because it's in the term sheet. Now, it's not what Jalen wanted, because the term sheet says the Spurs will have the exclusive naming and advertising signage rights to the arena and the arena site. So this was already discussed, and the city council has already approved this non-binding term sheet. So you've got something that you guys agreed on. Now, she was bitching that they only had about 96 hours to go over the term sheet that was worked on with the city staff and the city manager. You and I went through this in about 15 minutes. They had 96 hours.
The Spurs, out of their own pocket, are paying for half of this building.
Yep. More than half.
So
More than half.
I don't think the city should get anything. I don't even think it's a discussion to have when it comes to the naming rights. They're getting rent. It's the city's building, and the Spurs are paying for over half of it. I mean, I don't know of any other, quite frankly, and I'm sure there are, so as I say this, but sports teams that have paid that much. You mentioned Oklahoma City, $50 million. That's all they're putting in. The city pays for the rest. And again, it baffles me that the Spurs are putting in the money that they're putting in, and all of the stuff that's in that term sheet should be exactly what is agreed to and what is done. And so you and I disagreed when it comes to the naming rights. I don't think the city should be a part of that at all.
Well, I mean, again, I don't know that. I think that was worthy of discussion until I went and read that it's
discuss it. No.
But again, I think that's worthy of discussion. There was a similar agreement with the Frost Bank Center in sharing naming rights in dollars, but the fact that it was already discussed in the term sheet, that discussion has been had. So there, you can't go back and rework it because, you know what? That part makes no sense to me. But at least with Jalen McKee, while I wish he would have acted a little bit more, I don't know, city council-ish in this video and not lying in bed while he was doing it, at least he made some points, some valid points as to why he is against it. I can disagree with it, but at least he laid out better his why than the mayor has done through a gazillion listening sessions.
How many of his whys were factual? That's what I want to know, and I didn't hear a lot of them that were. And so I just don't – I don't care how elegant you are. If you're lying and not telling the truth or stretching the truth, you suck. I mean, seriously. It makes no difference how eloquent you are or what points you make. You're not telling the truth. The soundbite we just heard, there's a lie in there. It's not true and it's not factual. And so you lose all credibility with me as far as I'm concerned. There are no good points as far as I'm concerned when it comes to that if you're not going to tell the truth.
You know what we do every Thursday about this time?
The Blitz wants you to know what's on tap. Presented by Sam's Burger Joint.
We get you ready for the weekend. We call it What's on Tap. It is brought to you by Sam's Burger Joint. Go to samsburgerjoint.com to get your tickets, see their entire calendar, their menu. They have the J.R. Herrera Band tonight. Tomorrow night, a really good Tom Petty tribute band called the Damn Torpedoes. And on Saturday night, Poison, IV or 4? I don't know. Poison gets a tribute band? Wow.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah,
everybody's got a tribute band. Everybody's got one these days. Also tonight at the Aztec Theater, I'm assuming that's Slayer, the Half-Blood Tour. Is that correct, Pledge? Green Hall, Brianna Adams. I wish I was at this one. The Moody Center, Ella Langley, the Dandelion Tour.
Now, wait a minute. I imagine, you know, we get off work in 10 minutes.
Uh-huh.
You can call John over at A Awesome Tickets, start driving up to Austin, and before you park, you're going to have tickets to that show. You could go see Ella Langley tonight, Joe.
Do you think? I don't know what time she hits the stage. I don't know if there's somebody. Are you sure? You know this for a fact?
She's the headliner. Headliners go on generally 8:30, 9 o'clock.
Well, maybe I will.
I mean, I don't know who's opening the show, but Ella Langley's within spitting distance,
dude,
man. You got to go.
It's a little bit irritating because she's going from Austin to Corpus Christi. What happened to San Antonio, Ella?
Well, we don't have a Wemby Center built.
Well, we've got places for her to play. She could do that. Sam Jay's at the LOL Comedy Club, if she would like, yes.
The Alamo Dome. Joe, the circus is in town.
Yeah, the circus has been in town for a while.
This is the Ringling Brothers, Barnum and Bailey circus.
Yes.
Freeman Coliseum, Hermanos Espinosa. Hudson Westbrook is out at Whitewater Amphitheater. The Logan Ryan Band out at Floors Country Store. Shelby Stone is at Green Hall. And tomorrow night, Lionel Richie is going to be at the Moody Center. Spike Hellis and Blade Rave are at Paper Tiger. And Kevin Nealon is at LOL Comedy Club tomorrow.
Oh, that'd be kind of cool, wouldn't it? Saturday at the Frost Bank Center, the Freestyle Explosion, featuring King of Freestyle, Stevie B, the Latin Queen of Freestyle, Lisa, plus 80s Freestyle and pop sensations, the Cover Girls, and much more. The circus is still at the Alamo Dome, by the way. Whitewater Amphitheater on Saturday night, Hudson Westbrook. Green Hall, Mike Ryan will be there. John Wolfe is at Floors Country Store on Saturday night. You got the Majestic Theater, Texas Fest.
Good luck.
Brings together some of the most iconic voices in Southern hip-hop for one unforgettable experience featuring Zero, Slim Thug, Mike Jones, Devin the Dude, Little Flip, Big Tuck, J-Dog, and well, Little O. Jimmy Fallon is at the Charlene McCombs Empire Theater on Saturday night. What else is going on here? You got the Texases at Stable Hall at the Pearl and Club Taylor Folklore is at Rockbox.
Don't forget Muse out at Germania Insurance Amphitheater.
All right. Yeah. How could I forget that?
The Ringling Brothers Circus still in town on Sunday. And out at Green Hall, Lee Mathis and the Brutally Handsome. What a band name.
Well, I'll be out there. It's fun. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah. Is that where you're going to be?
Is, yeah.
That's what you're doing. Looking ahead, a couple of big shows on Tuesday, and again, all in Austin. Santana and the Doobie Brothers playing Tuesday night at the Moody Center. And on Wednesday night at the Moody Center, Styx and Chicago.
You know, we do have the Frost Bank Center. Is that not it's just as good as the Moody Center, is it not?
It is.
I don't understand.
It's not schwanky enough.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, Santana, last time he was here at the Majestic, I think he left on a stretcher, remember? And the Doobie Brothers, wow.
Styx and Chicago.
Exactly.
Wow, talking about a blast from the past. My goodness.
A blast from what past? I mean.
Well, a long time ago, the 70s.
Exactly.
Both of those bands.
Couple of sit-down, but great shows. You should go.
The Moody Center. No, probably won't.
What's on Tap brought to you by Sam's Burger Joint online at samsburgerjoint.com. Ella Langley is playing tonight.
Did
you know that?
Yeah, I did know that. Yes, I did. Sure did.
And you didn't get tickets?
No, I did not. I will listen to her on my way home, though. Sorry, Pledge. But everybody else can listen to Pledge right here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. He is up next. Extra Innings with Pledger. Be sure and join the fellas in the morning, AJ and Rob. The AJ and Rob Show. We'll get started at 6 a.m. And, I'm solo tomorrow because Minix is headed to Nashville to see the Foo Fighters for the, 100th time? 95th?
8th or 9th.
How many?
8th or 9th.
Oh, okay.
But first time with their new drummer.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
So that'll make a difference, you think? It'll sound different?
Oh, a little bit.
You think?
Yeah.
Huh. I doubt it. They didn't hire that dude to sound different. They want to be the same. You know that. I know that.
They didn't fire the last dude because he was, Josh Freese was, not keeping up.
And, he was.
Then there was a trade of drummers between Nine Inch Nails and the Foo Fighters. And
wow.
So, yeah, it's going to be big.
Wow, a trade, huh? That happens in music?
How
about that?
They have to give up a first-round draft pick?
Wow, who knew? There are trades made in the music
player
industry.
To be named later.
That's exactly right. Have a great night, everybody.
La cuca cucaroo, la cuca cucaroo, Paloma.